foods.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Kitty! Ah!
Sugar pea!
She's
so cute.
Okay!
He is.
The cat's like, what is happening
It's
here?
Kitty! He's gotten so big!
Wait, wasn't that a kitten like when we started?
Yeah.
That was a
Oh,
baby
crap.
when we started. Holy shit.
He's like
How
a
old-
teen cat now.
Yeah. How old is that cat?
About 5 months now.
Yikes. He's gotta stop with the Miracle Grow there.
Yeah.
I love how some cats will start off as like these itty bitty things of fluff, and then they just grow.
With Leo, you know, my big fat orange cat.
Mhm.
He was
The
big.
cutie.
Though. He was just big. I got him because he was big.
Aww.
And then I also got his brother, who's Sammy, who's the gray cat, who I have a couple of videos of on TikTok, but you guys have never actually seen him on here. He was a runt when we got him, and he's not fluffy like Leo, but he's the same size.
Yikes. So he's a roly-poly.
Oh yes, and his fat drags on the floor to the point where like his like back stomach area, you could see his nipples.
Oh
my
no! Poor kitty.
I know.
Aww.
I will be right back though. I have to go grab something. I will be right back.
Okay. Oh, Paige.
Yeah?
Well, before we start, I was going to ask you, how often do you do your D&D thing? Because if you want to, like, I'd be happy to sit in as a panelist or whatever.
My what?
So you have like the D&D questions thing on Wednesday?
Every Tuesday I do D&D talks, and
Okay.
I let people come in and talk. So if you ever
Okay.
want to like hook up on Discord and like chat, we can do that.
Okay. Yeah. I think that would be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
even as a group, like, because we're all like.
Yeah, we could do we could do a group call as well. We could just all discuss Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
honestly, doing it by myself, it gets kind of boring.
Pretty new dice.
Woo!
Ooh.
They're my fall dice.
They look. Oh, do those have leaves in them?
Yes, they do.
Nice. I was gonna say it looks like
Yes.
amber almost, but oh,
I
those
know.
are great.
It is cool.
Yeah, they're gorgeous. I love the little D4 because it's like perfectly split.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's a little shiny.
Nice dice.
Is anybody else liking how we had like 2 weeks to fall and now it's winter?
Well, I mean, our weather's still.
Paige sitting there
It's
with
cold at night, but
snow?
it's still hot during the day.
What?
I said, poor Paige sitting there with snow. What the fuck?
The snow melted today, luckily, but yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say, Bridget, do you also have tons of snow?
There's snow here.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
This is why I moved here.
I have not seen snow in 20 years.
That's my goal.
It's
I-
been
oh.
84 years.
It's been 84 years!
Oh my god.
Alright, we got 3 viewers. Hello everybody, welcome to Kingdom Chronicles. I am the Twitch host, turned to page 394, and the Chaotic Gang is back!
What up?
Chaotic is an understatement all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm neutral, but we'll think is. I'm not.
Craw is just chaotic yay. We've all decided this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
After
so...
last week.
Yeah, after the last session, definitely.
100.
Yeah. So, we're back with episode 4. Unfortunately, the last 3 episodes are gone from my Twitch channel because only being an affiliate, my videos only stay up for 14 days. However, I found out a way that I can export these videos to my YouTube, so a Kingdom Chronicles playlist will be starting on my YouTube channel fairly soon. So after tonight, I'm going to export it as soon as I can, and so it'll be up on my channel for people to watch tomorrow. Alright, does anybody have any sort of announcements that they want to make? This is your time to gloat.
Okay, so I just want to clarify, my my handle is Brysosceles.
Brysosceles.
Yeah. And I am currently on Twitch as a voyeur. I'm gonna start posting stuff soon.
That's a voyeur.
I have not yet downloaded TikTok, but it might happen.
Join
One
us.
of us! One of us!
One of us.
One of us!
Wait, what is TikTok again?
It's like MySpace for the new generation.
Oh.
Because like you can customize videos and crap and then post it.
Thank you, Badger, for the subscription!
Woo! Thanks, Badger.
Another witch has joined the coven.
Is Jen with us today? Jen donated a lot last time we were playing, so we should give a shout out to
yeah.
Jen. Thanks again.
Jenny, donated up to over $100 on our last stream, and that helped me get so much. It helped me pay for some bills and get a ring light. So thank you again, Jenny, for your contribution. We love you so much. Okay, right
and
now,
everyone who subscribes and contributes.
everybody who subscribes and contributes, I appreciate all of you. All right, I have to pull up chat on my phone because it's not connecting through Streamlabs. So, as a disclaimer, I will keep track of the chat throughout the night, you guys. Unfortunately, I will not be responding to it because this is a persistent campaign, and my chaotic ADHD ass needs to try to focus if I can. And I think some of our other players will be keeping track of the chats as well. So we will see your comments. We just won't be able to respond to them.
I usually keep track, and I try my best. Just so you guys are aware. And then I'll just go on top. I know Paige normally says it, but if you can try to avoid metagaming with us, we would very much appreciate it.
No metagaming pigeons.
Come down to our beautiful DM, and what she says goes.
Yep.
Thank you.
If she tells us to jump off a bridge, we will do it.
But I would not.
Or would you?
Unless the bridge was on fire.
I'd have to have a real good reason.
Or so you say.
Good reason.
Alright, I'm doing some final mic and audio checks. Gotta make sure that we can hear you guys.
Kitty.
I want to lay on the laptop.
Testing.
Alright, we should all have equal audios now.
Perfect.
Negative 8.6 decibels, but what can you do? I don't want to blast out people's ear holes.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah. Pythian Miracle has subscribed. Thank you so much. Another witch has joined the coven. Thank you guys so much for your support and all of your love.
So much chaos.
Oh yeah.
So much chaos.
Every couple of Fridays, it's just gonna be fucking chaotic. Also, every Tuesday, I host D&D Talks where I just talk Dungeons & Dragons. And I won't be talking by myself anymore. We will be bringing the group in every Tuesday or so just to chat D&D. Whether it's all 6 of us or just a couple of us. As well as some of my other friends who talk D&D with me, such as Logan HD98. I might even see if I could talk with Kanoa Daddy about coming in on a talk or whatever. Because I know he's going through a campaign right now for his Twitch channel.
I'm not gonna lie, I have the biggest just like D&D crushes on both of them because they both make such cool ass fucking characters and cosplays, and I'm just sitting here like, teach me your way.
Have you seen Christian's Jareth cosplay for Halloween?
Yes, I have, and it's a problem.
I know.
Because he makes a damn good Jareth.
Like, stop making me gay for the Goblin King. Oh my god.
I mean, David Bowie just did that on his own.
Yeah,
nobody will ever be able to play Jareth again. Like, you can't top David Bowie.
You just can't.
No.
Nope.
You can't top Heath Ledger either, but Joaquin did it pretty damn well.
He did it really good.
Good job. That was fantastic.
And just a disclaimer, if you have any sort of anxiety, just be careful when you go to see the Joker.
No,
It is
Okay.
anxiety-inducing.
It depends. I guess I should specify. I would say don't watch it, but at the same time, it depends on what your
Yeah.
triggers are. Look
Yeah.
up online, find out what your trigger warnings would be with this movie because they can be really intense.
Yeah. My sort of triggers is like any sort of like violin string music that's very intense, or just loud music in general. And there's a lot of loud sounds in the Joker, so I was cringing every now and then. But the movie itself was a masterpiece.
And if you look it up online, you can see that a lot of the pretty intense parts were completely improv, and they just kind of let him do what he wanted, and it led to some of the greatest scenes in that movie. So.
Mhm.
Interesting.
The only unfortunate part is it makes you wonder, like, who he is as a person, because, like, all of, like, it was so many micro movements, micro ways of talking, that it was sociopathic
Yeah.
to extreme extent.
Well, there's
Joaquin is definitely he's a good method actor in
Yeah.
everything he does.
a lot of Joker actors I've seen are method actors. Heath Ledger kept a diary for a whole year. Jared Leto, he'd play pranks on the Suicide Squad cast. It's just if you're portraying the Joker, you have to method act.
The problem is it's such a demanding role that method acting and that role really shouldn't blend as well as they
Yeah.
do. Because to get stuck in the head of someone suffering that level of psychopathy is just
Yeah.
Agreed.
Let's hope we don't face any Jokers in Gen Kingdom. That would be too chaotic.
don't do it to us.
All right.
Don't you do it to us.
And Dom, if you're listening, no.
No. When we get back to
No.
Out of the Abyss, no.
Never.
We've got another campaign starting in like 2 weeks.
Oh no.
I know. In space.
I know.
Oh
I'm
Jesus.
so excited.
All right.
Mass Effect,
I've
I-
got a couple of last announcements. I am getting back into YouTube. I'm currently working on a little bit of a crackhead video that I tried to make formal last night, but my camera wouldn't work with me. However, my friend Frickle Fackle Marco, she's like, girl, you gotta go through some failures if you want to succeed. Also, by the way, happy birthday to Frickle Fackle Marco. Love you, honey.
Happy
And
birthday!
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Marco. But yeah, I'm currently working on a video right now. I'm gonna be spending all day on Sunday editing it. Hopefully get it out sometime next week. And last announcement, I still have merchandise.
Woo!
I've had several people buying sweatshirts and t-shirts the past couple of weeks, so thank you all so much for your purchases. I still need to work on making some new designs. I have a whole bunch of quotes that my friend Hannah has sent me from my gaming time on Red Dead Redemption 2 that'll make some really funny t-shirts. So I will work on that this weekend, hopefully. And that's it for my announcements. If anybody else has anything they want to say, I will switch it over to Bethany.
I actually do. I didn't think of it
Yes.
until now.
Yes, Sarah?
If anyone happens to be in the Philly area, I have been working on building up my photography business in the past. I'm actually going to really put a lot more effort into it right now. So anyone who wants, you can find my Facebook page. It's Sarah Jane Photography. And I also utilize Aki Obsession on Instagram and on TikTok. I will be posting photo videos on that and photos through the Instagram. I do family photography, I do weddings, I do events, I do florals, and I do animals and things like that I sell as well. So if you're interested in any of that, hit me up.
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna stalk your Facebook page later. I'm a photography geek as well. I'm a baby photographer, but still.
Where's my, I don't know if I've ever shown you, ignoring the pop socket, but my phone case is actually one of my photos that I've taken.
Oh, that
shit,
is so
really?
cool.
Wow.
Oh, the
Oh.
pop socket makes it even cooler how it like all kind of like closes in together.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I have a lot of fun, especially with macro photography. So if you like any of that, hit me up. I do send out prints, canvases, things like that. But you can see all of it on my Facebook page.
All right. Make
Sweet.
sure to go check out her Facebook page. Give her all the love and support. All right. If that is it for random announcements, let's turn it over to Bethany.
Yeah. So, as you guys know, last session, 1, you got to level up, which was great. And 2, you had a an eventful, I think, fight in the tunnels.
Please, please enlighten us as to what happened, Bethany.
I can't. I did a dumb, and I'm not going to do that again, but I actually had to rewatch some of the Twitch stream to remember the end of the session. So,
Thank you so much. You know, all out of love.
So, here's a lesson, kids. Don't do what I did last week, and make sure to pace yourself better and drink water in between things, which I didn't do because I'm an idiot. See, water like that, that's that. Drink that, not what I was doing. So,
Better yet, if there's gonna be a sober
This is vodka.
player at the table, it needs to be the DM.
yeah, exactly. So, I'm pretty happy in that apparently no one noticed.
We noticed.
We noticed. We tried warning you a couple times.
I'm so sorry, guys. I legitimately am. So
We had fun.
So
It
we
was
went
actually a
over
blast.
some of it. I hadn't actually gotten to like double check everything consistently, but what I have been explained to is, you guys did manage to take out the doppelganger, and did manage to tie him up. The guards surrendered once you took out the doppelganger, I believe.
Yeah, thanks to our wonderful gnome.
Yay, Zink!
So intimidating.
My precious
You're
son.
welcome.
Truly so intimidating. And
He's got wild magic. I would be scared.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
True.
very fair. And you did get the mayoral prospector out of the cell.
No, he's still
And
in the cell.
he's in the cell?
Out in the cell.
Gotcha.
We
But
haven't
he
gotten
passed
him
out in
yet,
the
but
cell.
he's
Cool. But you have managed to get and tie up the doppelganger, who, as far as I can tell from my tick marks here, you did just like straight up knock him unconscious, fully. So, good stuff all around. So I think, as I mentioned last week, the cell that the guy is in, it doesn't look like it has an actual door. As far as I remember, it more looked like it was kind of like shoved into the wall and then kind of glazed over, basically, with the D&D equivalent of concrete. So first order of business is potentially getting that out, or getting him out. So what are you guys doing?
We have an orc.
I have a
True.
crowbar.
Just use me like you need me.
You just like me for my strength.
Beanie person, whatever. Are we starting on this one?
Darren's gonna take the random crowbar out of the pack and hand it to the orc, and then start rifling through the pockets of the people.
Oh, wait.
At least
Take the crowbar.
and everyone else is tied up. I'm looting the shit out of this.
Hold on. No. We missed the opportunity to say this quote. Okay, let's take some pictures. First you and me, then me and the kid, then one with the crowbar.
That's still like the best Batman movie of all time.
Like that was like the bit. Like that was bestest. That was best.
So perfect.
Oh my god.
Alrighty, so what am I doing with the crowbar?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna hand it, hey kid, and then start pocket.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to the wall, look over at you guys, and say, I'd get out of the way.
Get out of the room! Get out of the room! Get out of the room!
Yeah, and then I look at the guy in the cell.
Who's unconscious?
The guy in the cell's unconscious?
Yeah, the mayor passed out last time, and he has not come around yet.
Is he near the bars?
He passed out back into the side,
Okay.
so you have some maneuverability.
Okay, so what would I roll to attempt?
I think it's honestly just going to be an out-and-out strength check. I will say, since you have a crowbar, you get advantage. Because it's not just you like yanking on some bars. You have a legitimate tool for this thing.
Okay. Hold up.
Light turn on, please. There we go.
Okay.
I'm having issues. Light! I don't know that cantrip yet.
Give it time.
Yeah,
Give it
I chose mending over light because I can already see in the dark.
First roll was a 4.
Okay.
Strength mod. Make it a little better.
Second roll was a 17 without anything.
Ooh,
Oh well,
okay.
shit. You're. So yeah. So what happens is the first go of it, you kind of do something, and there's like a little tremble in the bars, but they don't quite do, and then you go once again, and you actually manage to get it just in that exact sweet spot that you need to maneuver to take advantage of like a little crack in the cement above, and you manage to just legitimately just pop that fucking thing out, which gives you guys at least like a fairly decent sized gap that you slip into, get this guy, and come back out. Because, sorry, I believe he's either a human or a halfling, but I
thought we're in a town full of halflings. And I thought
it has
the
a
mayoral
really
prospect-
big halfling.
I didn't actually write it down. All I wrote down is that he keeps trying to blow himself up.
The prospector is a halfling. Because the doppelganger was a halfling.
Yeah. Yes.
That down.
Do you think we should put the doppelganger behind these bars?
I mean, does the doppelganger still look like him?
Honestly, it's a doppelganger. It's gonna look like him until it decides otherwise.
But it's
Why
So,
are we taking the doppelganger?
well, you got him tied up. To be fair, you can tell, like, you're not going to be able to put this bar back and know for sure that it's going to hold. But
he's a doppelganger. He's able to change into something that possibly has the ability to slip through the bars.
Exactly. But
That's a
you
good
guys do have
a
him
good
tied
point.
up, and there is a guild of marshals here, so you could technically take him to jail. Take them to jail. I don't know. But it all depends on what you'd like to do, and if you actually want to question them, or if you want to, I don't know, take them out and shove them off a cliff. You have options.
Wait, I have a crowbar too. Yay!
We're the Crowbar Clan.
I'm gonna take. Zink is gonna take just a piece of like extra fabric that he has, and he's gonna tie just something around the doppelganger's arm, just so we can identify. I mean, he's obviously tied up and stuff, but we'll be able to identify him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
as the doppelganger.
Good idea. Where'd Sarah go?
We lost Sarah.
How is that possible?
No! I think Croc flirted way too hard.
I didn't touch it this time. It wasn't me.
That was only on Discord that it does that.
I was gonna say, there's something about flirt mine. So what'd you do, man?
I opened a pack of milk duds.
That's it. That's what happened.
The milk duds killed her.
How is she able to exit? She's the one hosting the meeting.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
the
question.
host now.
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
how that happened.
our next guest comes from Pennsylvania. She's a photographer /
very
I forget what she
attractive
does.
elf.
Yes.
And preschool teacher director.
All right. Stand by for technical difficulties.
She deals with the baby humans.
The
The babies.
Alright, I'm gonna go grab a drink of water. Bethany, grab a drink of
Yeah.
water.
Alright, if we are dealing with trying to get a friend back right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and run a quick ad.
Do you like mushrooms?
Mushrooms?
Well, Meyer has mushrooms on sale for
If
only
you are a
$1.59.
subscriber to page 394, you don't see the ads.
Fair. She said her computer crashed. She'll be right back.
Oh no!
It's cool that she passed it on automatically to Brian, at least.
That is nice. Yeah.
Because otherwise we'd all be like, huh? What?
Huh?
Yeah.
It says, remember, you are still live. Some people may not get an ad. So try to keep it PG.
That's not the rating for this channel.
Yeah.
No!
We?
The rating for my channel, if I had a choice, would be like NC-17.
I mean, if nothing else, like, at least let
Mine
it
would be like
mature.
NC-25. Like, you can't, if you're 24, you're not old enough. Sorry.
Shit, I'm only 23.
Sorry, you can't be in my group. If you can't rent a car, you're not gonna want to watch this.
Funnily enough, in that line of I can't be on my own channel, I made a DeviantArt, because of course I did. And I wrote exclusively and only small bits of erotica that I put on said DeviantArt. And I also, at this time, was like 14, 15. After I uploaded them, I couldn't read my own submissions because I wasn't old enough because I'd put my actual age in the first iteration. And then it wouldn't let me change it. So I had to make a duplicate account that was mine, but with a 2 at the end. And I was like, I'm not copying off of this account. It's me. This account is just where I can read things that are 18 plus.
I'm surprised they didn't like go through and be like, this woman's beating the system. Get her!
I just didn't want somebody
In
like
your
to put
bio
for
line.
plagiarism or something.
Yay,
Yeah.
she is.
Yay!
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. That was weird.
I was about to say, Craw lost her love interest.
No.
Damn.
Would it be helpful for the viewers if we all went through our characters real quick?
Yeah, if you want to do that real quick.
Now that we're all back.
Alright,
Since you asked Ryan, you start. Ryan.
Yeah, okay. So my character is Cinco Poppins, Serhan, Bottle, Fran, Corpus, Magellan, Trifle, Dyer, Ochenza. He's 33, 3 feet tall, 3 inches, and he's 33 pounds. He has 1 violet eye and 1 gold eye. His skin is fair, and his hair is it's kind of like Hades' hair in the movie Hercules. It's
blue.
It's just sort of it flows. It's not actually made of fire, but it has sort of like that underwater.
Yeah.
And it's teal, silver, blue, sort of like an opalescent shimmer to it.
Ooh.
This is a picture of him.
Look at how cute he is!
So much.
His mom knit this shirt for him.
Aww.
And the cloak.
I didn't know.
Wait, what did we find? Is it a newt, a gecko?
Yeah, it was a lizard, a little gecko. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Gary the gecko currently lives in the hood, and then yeah, he's a full rock gnome, wild magic sorcerer, and he is neutral good on a quest to find his sister.
Ooh.
That is my character.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go. My character's name is Dayron. He is a 120-year-old wood elf. He's 5'1". He's a shorty.
He's baby.
He's got this auburn hair. Right now, kind of wavy, checking eyes. He's not the buffest individual in the world. And he's a rogue. And I guess you're gonna find out.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's bigger than me.
Yep,
That's not
he's
much.
bigger than the gnome, yes, but he's still much.
He's a little guy. Small hands, small features. He's a little guy.
He's a baby. All right, who wants to go next?
Okay.
Okay. So my character is a.
Oh, sorry, Florma.
Oh, did you mean
No,
Sutha?
go ahead.
I said Sutha, but it
Okay.
sounds like Florma.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay, so did Florma want to go instead?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
No, you go. No, you go.
The Midwest impasse.
Sutha is a 15-year-old half-orc. She comes from a tribe of all-female orcs, whether it's half-orc or mixed with something else that's not human. As long as it's orc, we're fine. She is very naive about the outside world. This is her first time being in the outside world. She has evergreen skin. She has tribal tattoos all over her. She has black dreadlocks. And she is of very little words. And she's precious. And she's the youngest in the group.
She is by a lot.
Yeah.
I did forget to mention with Dayron, since Sooth is all done. If you look close enough, he's got a scar on the side of his neck, and it creeps a little bit onto his jaw and chin.
Sexy. Right,
Okay. Flortma is a 125-year-old high elf. No, I don't know what he looks like. I'm not that creative just yet. We'll go with this for now.
He looks like Kif.
The fan art starts now.
Send in the fan art, please.
And let's see, his family was killed mysteriously. They don't know what exactly killed them, but he is out for vengeance.
We stand.
To avenge his parents' death.
We stand.
Poor baby.
All right, the chaotic gay is left for last.
It's true.
I play Clara Loft, not to be confused with Lara Croft, her cousin. She is a human ranger, and it's better just to show you what she looks like if it shows up.
Aw.
Yeah.
So she's got bright-ass pink hair, she's got yellow eyes, and she has tattoos on her face that are meant to look like bismuth crystals.
Ella.
She's 24 years old, she's 5'4", she's chaotic neutral, and a treasure hunter. And, fun fact, I'm gonna start cosplaying her tomorrow. Yay! I get the wig in tomorrow.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Wait, how are you doing the bismuth tattoo? That sounds so cool.
I was already testing out with a eyeshadow palette earlier. My friend Devin gave me some tips as well on how to make the colors pop. So tomorrow will be the first test of the cosplay.
Cool, I love
get
bismuth.
the wig in from Amazon like sometime tomorrow afternoon.
Sorry.
I'm excited for the TikToks.
Yes.
Just finished putting together a Nim, and now I have to put together a Darren.
Yes, because I need to flirt with him.
I know, it's gonna be amazing.
There's a current one-sided ship going on right now between Kra and Darren.
I claim to cosplay Sutha, but I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do dreads.
You could always get a wig.
Wig.
Yeah, they make dreadlock wigs.
They have wigs with dreads on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. New info for me.
You could also just crochet dreadlocks onto your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Darn.
Or you can also crochet the dreadlocks onto a wig itself if you don't want to do it to your own hair.
Sure that.
There's tutorials on it.
You have options.
That shit.
One day I'll cosplay Nerix, but I need a long purple wig, some horns, and a lot of purple body paint.
So much.
Actually, what you can do is you can buy like mica powder, and you can just use a foundation, like a cheap foundation, like Wet n Wild or Elf or something like that.
Ooh.
That's a really good idea.
Actually awesome.
I'll have to look into that.
It's a lot cheaper, and it actually is basic. It'll supply you with the right amount of pigment that you need, because you can make it however you want, as well as you know how it will react to your skin, because if you're familiar with the makeup.
Yeah. Had never thought of that. That's a good fucking plan. All
So
right.
Make sure you test out the pigment to make sure it does not stain.
Yeah, that'd be terrible to go into work like purple. Oh God.
Well, hello, Molly Mock Tiefling.
They'd be like, Bethany, we know you do some interesting things with your hair, but this is a whole new level. What is happening?
Going a little too far.
It's a little much.
Oh God, if I did that, it would work.
Yeah. Anyway, so you. Sorry, who's getting the real mayor out of the cell?
I'll get him. My arm length's higher than everybody else.
Moving through pockets.
Okay, so while you're hopefully carefully picking up the mayor,
Carefully.
Zink is helping.
okay, good.
Zink is like, ooh.
I think just like he's helping. He's just like I feel like if this person had a tail or something, he'd just be at the end of it, just like holding the tail up, even though it's not necessary.
100% what's happening.
Amazing.
I have his leg.
A toe.
Jiren, you said you were searching through whose pockets?
And anybody and everybody. I know there was at least one dead one.
Okay, so the dead guard and the I was about to say and the doppelganger.
Sure.
Roll me a search check.
Ooh. And this is investigation?
Yes.
15.
That one. Okay, cool. So in the dead guard, you find I think sorry, I'm guessing because they gave up and decided to split because they were underpaid from the doppelganger.
We tied them up. They're still
Cool. So yeah, they can't really say shit.
Nope.
So in the dead guard's pockets, you find words.
What kind of words do we find?
Many of them. Truly, they are going to come out of my mouth in a coherent sentence. Like people do.
In one of my campaigns, I gave lint to everybody in one of my campaigns. Sorry.
So you find 10 gold, and a neat little silver ring with like a bird on it. It looks like it's just a little trinket or something. And in the doppelganger's pockets, which are, technically the mayor. They're technically the mayor's clothes, but either way. So in the doppelganger's pockets, you find some dusty residue from one of his firework experiments. You're guessing. You have no idea if that's actually like a mayor thing or if it's just the doppelganger thing. We'll see. But you find some residue from firework shit. You find another. In this case, you find another 20 gold. Because turns out you're the mayor. And you also find a sending stone. Just one.
Mm.
What about the other people? Did I find anything on them?
Oh, are you searching the conscious ones?
Yes, I am. What the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Well,
wait, which conscious ones?
The
Are you looting the party?
No.
The guards, they're alive.
You don't want to know what's in Zink's pockets.
I really don't.
You search Craw's pockets and it's just gemstones.
Yep,
Where does it all come
little Maxim.
Gemstones in a fucking makeup bag.
and a sexy flip book.
Oh yeah, one of those flip books. It's like old fashioned pornography, but it's like a motion book, but it's a porn scene.
Exactly. Oh my god, it's the D&D equivalent of finding like a sexy GIF on Pornhub.
That's fine if we went through cross pockets. This is amazing.
2 tieflings, 1 cup.
Yikes.
Oh, no!
Yes.
No.
This is where it becomes NC-17.
Oh god. So in the other guards' pockets, it looks like the main one, the one that had the most money, because these guys only have like a couple gold each. Like, I think they might have 5 between them. So, which I guess brings your total up to what, 35 gold?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So, they're. I guess they can't really do shit about it. But anyway, so you find that, and they don't really have anything else either. So.
All right.
Excuse me.
I'm just gonna sending stone.
You're gonna what?
I'm just gonna hold up the sending stone and show it off, or show it to everybody else.
Fair enough.
Anyone?
Would I be familiar with that? Because I'm pretty sure we use those in the.
Honestly, it's an uncommon magic item, so I'm pretty sure everybody has at least like a rudimentary knowledge of what they are. You do know they normally come in like pairs, because one can only speak to another one kind of thing. So you don't know if like you have no idea where the other one is. But it would say what?
I wonder where its twin is.
So yeah, and you can do an Arcana check to see if it's been used today, because it can only be used within a certain amount of time.
15.
Cool. As far as I remember, it has not...
That was almost a 10.
Jesus. Setting stone, where are you? There you are. Gotcha. So it has not been used yet today, which just because, again, everybody, you roll the Arcana check, you know about sending stones, at least basically. They recharge at dawn. You get to use them once per day to send a sending spell to each other, and then they recharge at dawn. Hasn't been used yet today. And it is still magical, so its twin does exist. It's just not in this area, as far as you can tell. So, ta-da! But yeah. So what do you guys want to do?
I think we should see who's on the other end of it.
We should tell them to send nudes.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Did you just agree to what I said?
Maybe.
What did you say?
I said we should joke around and tell them to send nudes.
Agreed.
Aaron just kind of hands the sending stone to Croft.
I was joking, You can't send nudes over a sending stone. But I think there's a spell out there where you can make somebody see nudes. I don't know. What would have this bastard probably said to the recipient of the sending stone? What do you guys think?
What?
Send further instructions.
Or give them updates on the plan.
Before we do anything with that stone, should we maybe talk to the fucker?
Maybe got him locked up. There's not much he can do. I mean, it's up to you.
How about why?
I think we could do that. What do you all think? And then Craw just looks to the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I think we should ask the guards. They probably know what's going on.
Craw's just gonna whip around to both the guards, like her pink hair just kind of like flooshes around. Oh, so, do either of you know what the fuck's going on?
No.
That sounds like bullshit.
So Start with something simple. Who the fuck are you?
Well, I'm Lot. That's caught.
The things
Are,
you
are
wouldn't
you
expect.
are you all right there, darling? I don't think you even remember your own name.
There's reason we're guards.
You're just expendable bodies, aren't you?
They're all brawn and no brains.
That's true too. Easy
but-
cannon fodder can be replaced the next day.
But the tied up one didn't really say anything. He just hired us to make sure he didn't die.
Can I roll an insight check, make sure he's telling the truth?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let me pull up what my insight is. Insight's a +2. Ooh, 17.
Hey! Yay! Yeah, no, he's telling the truth. He's not bright. He doesn't really have a lot of capacity to lie, so you can tell he is telling the truth.
I don't think we're gonna get much from the meatheads over here. We might as well just talk to the bastard that's in the cell.
Are you sure? Because we can poison him still.
Sorry, I hear a puppy crying. It's probably my neighbors downstairs.
Oh.
It's up to you, Zink. If you want to poison them, I'm not above murder.
Maybe hold off a moment. They really, if they're just hired morons, then they're
Oh,
hired.
okay. I just really want to poison someone today for some reason.
Well,
Oh,
maybe
no.
we can poison one of them.
Ooh.
How about
It just looks at Zink and is just like,
Sutha is just like, who the fuck am I hanging out with?
Well, do they respond at all to that?
They look very scared. They're just like,
as entertaining as that would be, maybe there's a chance to poison the one in the corner.
You mean the dead one?
No, that one, and I'm pointing at the doppelganger.
Oh.
he talked in that rock you found once a day.
Do you
Does
know
that
what
help?
he said?
Zink turns his head around and his hair just goes.
Sponsored by Tresemme.
he's going with it.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's mica powder. So Zink hears that and he says, "Do you know who he's talking to?"
Sounded like a late. Well, sorry. Frick. Sorry. So the sending spell, I just remembered, it doesn't actually like require you to have to speak out loud. So
it's telepathic.
spell.
yeah, so it's a mental thing. So they wouldn't know, but they would see like him using it because you have to actually like do that.
Okay.
So sorry, y'all would have known that.
Okay.
Too.
Changing question. When he was using the stone, did he seem very like angry or forceful, or did he seem sort of submissive and?
He kind of looked like he was talking to his boss.
Okay. I won't poison you. You maybe.
He looks very pleased. The other one looks worried.
Like that episode of Burn Notice where they have the tombstone in the window. Has anyone seen that show? And
I've seen a little bit of the beginning. I need to see more, but they took it off of all the free platforms.
Mm.
people tied to a chairs hanging over windows, and you can see.
Fuck.
Episode ever.
Shit.
All right.
A lot of murder here tonight. Even for murder hobos. A lot of murder here tonight.
So, it seems like he's responding to someone who's in charge. So
Come up.
Yeah, sounds about right. I'm just gonna go over and flick it in the face until it wakes.
He goes over and is like about to.
As soon as I swing, ding, ding, ding.
It's like the fucking thing that Pascal does from Tangle, just bleh.
Oh, get the gecko!
Get the gecko!
Poor Gary.
Gary.
No, Gary will die. No.
Anyway,
he's not a chameleon.
get out of here, Ted Mosby. Oh god, we've all got those words though. I thought it was an epitome and hyperbole for the longest time.
Yeah.
I only read them.
Let's talk about her, when we first saw the word Hermione in the book.
Oh,
Hermione.
One get it right. Or was
I'm really glad I saw the movie first.
Hermione.
Well,
Yep, Hermione.
yep,
Yep, yep.
Hermione.
Croissant.
So it takes a few flicks, which is a weird sentence.
How many flicks does it take to wake a doppelganger?
Yikes.
Roll a d20 and tell me. 3.
It takes 6 chain for me. Flick, 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 flick.
So
Number is inconclusive.
instructions unclear. Dick and fan.
Instructions unclear. Summon Satan.
Okay, sorry. Anyway. Excuse me. So, take.
Bethany.
I'm fine, I promise. I will not be drinking liquor and any of these other things, and I will only have like 1 beer, so we're fine.
Damn it.
Anyway, I promise. Don't want to do that again.
Someone say damn it.
I really need to be full in person. This would be great.
So it takes a couple of flicks, like and I'm assuming you're kind of going all over the face to try and find the most like responsive place. So yeah, after a few seconds, though, he kind of like snorts rather inelegantly, and kind of flips his head around and then tries to move and promptly just kind of like flumps onto the ground because he's tied up. Turns out you don't have fucking balance when you're tied up. Well, you gotta be careful if you're moving around. He's definitely startled. He starts kind of writhing around and is looking down at himself and then looking up at all of you and then across the room. And he's kind of taking stock of all of this. He continues on, still in character as the mayor. What is the meaning of all of this? This is my private firework study, and you have intruded upon my work.
No.
Sorry, there are many OSHA violations here.
Try again.
Do you want to roll anything like intimidation or no? I just want to check.
I can, sure. My persuasion's way better, but my intimidation.
I mean, you can use that too. I just wanted to see if you wanted to roll for something first. Sure, roll for me.
And I am proficient.
Can I assist with my OSHA violations?
This has no relevance.
Alright, so roll it twice and take the higher number since I'm assisting.
Sorry, what, Bridget?
Oh, no, my first one was way fucking better. So
it's very lawful of you to be assisting with the OSHA violations.
Okay. Sorry, Bridget, what were you trying to say?
This has no relevance to anything whatsoever that's going on right now, but I just looked at my TikTok. Do you guys see the Harry Potter tag at all or no?
The professor one?
Yeah.
I follow it.
What happened?
Alaric just followed me.
I don't know what that means, but yay!
Alaric is a very popular person in the Harry Potter tag right now.
Oh.
He just followed me.
I'm so proud. Congrats.
Alright, sorry. Continue.
Alright.
It's fine.
Ocean violations may commence.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of ocean violations.
Those videos give me so much anxiety.
Uh,
Oh, okay. So, you rolled a 17 persuasion check. Is that right? Is that right, Darren? 17 persuasion?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. So yeah. So he kind of takes one last glance around and then sighs dramatically. And he doesn't change out of his like mayor form currently. But he kind of just sighs, like leans his head back. Well, you can't blame a guy for trying.
Trying
So.
for what?
To keep it up.
I was told that's a problem among males.
what does that
Kra
mean?
is trying so hard not to laugh.
Aaron's trying so hard not to congratulate the small child.
I heard there's
He's
a
just-
delivery service for that.
I heard there's a little pill for that.
NC-17.
The act. Keep up the act, okay?
Sure, John. Just make sure you take the blue ones.
Look, how about you just drop me off outside the city and I'll go in my merry way. Your actual authority guy can go back to normal and we'll never talk about this again. How's that sound?
And it's like we can drop you off a cliff.
How about instead you explain exactly what you were doing here?
Right. Well, you see, the issue with that is the person I'm here at the behest of is much more terrifying than you. So,
Can I poison him now?
Let's
faster
get
than
a
what
little-
she'd do.
A moment.
I don't see why not.
It's
Okay.
still faster than what she'd do.
Poison him.
Bring it on.
Wait, she?
Oh, wait.
Wait. You said she? Who is this she? Because she sounds like she's got major big dick energy right now. If you're that terrified of her.
But
Yeah, she could crush me with her pinky finger and wouldn't break a sweat doing it. So
Yep, that's major.
you're gonna
big,
kill me.
That's major big dick energy right there.
So we don't need to kill you at all. We only need to use this wonderful stone that you have and explain to her that you gave it to us.
just
Ooh.
like you don't need arms or fingers or toes or hands.
Or
We're so
testicles.
afraid of this wonderful person. We can just send you right back to her.
We can dump him in the black stuff upstairs.
Oh, we
so
could do that too.
That
Can I roll an
specifically, when you mentioned the black stuff upstairs, all of the color that was still in his face is fucking gone. He looks like he is about to faint on the spot.
Oh, I think we might have ticked the nerve in him. You're right there, dearie. You need some color in your face. And I pull out my little makeup palette with my blushes and I get a brush out. Like, here, let's fix that up a little bit.
Okay,
Thank God he has a mic.
Stay here.
I'm gonna take some pink eyeliner and draw a little dick right near his eye. with
just
the pecker going towards it.
It's not probably too big for this.
Like tattoos, like it's just going up.
Yeah.
He's looking a little bit more frantic because now he's like, wait, shit, there's stuff upstairs and stone and
Who has the stone?
Darren does.
Do
Right?
you like have it visible?
No, I thought I gave it to Kra, unless Kra gave
Oh
it
yeah,
back.
I'm holding the stone. Yeah.
Okay, I politely take it from you.
I hand it to you as I'm working on my dick magic.
No.
I really like your work.
You're so fearful of your boss. How do you think she would deal with someone who failed? Because the moment we use this device, you'll know you didn't succeed. Now, where I'm from, failure is not an option, nor is it tolerated.
Not just fail, but helped us.
I paint the word helper on his cheek.
He's
Big dick energy. Little dick energy.
okay. So what you're trying to tell me are my options are either actually help you and she murders me, or don't help you. You tell her I did and she still murders me. You're not giving me an out here.
Here's the thing. If she can't find you, what can she do to you?
See,
So what? You're going to use this and tell her that you already killed me?
that's not
Why not?
not a bad idea, actually.
That's not a
You
bad
can.
idea, really.
Possibility.
Can we just actually kill him?
We could do that too.
Do I get a vote in that?
Maybe we can just name him.
So thumbs
Wait.
are not in anymore.
I mean, I have my poison ready. I've been wanting to use it all day. He's not giving us anything,
There's
so
some rabbit dogs outside. You can have your fair share.
Out of character? I don't know why my rogue is the least fucked up out of us all. Because my rogue is just like, yeah, whatever. And you guys are like, kill him.
No, like, okay. That comes from a culture where failure is not tolerated.
he doesn't need arms.
Okay, so Cross, she says all this shit, but you should never take her seriously. She looks like a Jeffree Star model.
Why you never see it coming.
Yes.
So yeah, so he okay. Fine. I'll tell you what I know. You tell her that you killed me. You tell her that. I'm gonna honestly at this point I'm gonna go to fucking Pandalin and just get the hell out of here. How about that?
Fine.
Cool.
Do as you will.
Works for
You'll
me.
never see me again. In any form.
Alright.
Works.
Then I'd start drawing boobs on his forehead.
I love like he's sitting there like trying to be super serious about this. In the meantime, he's just like,
This form of torture, having the worst makeup done to you.
What's better? It's water and magic proof.
Lol.
So that's
How
just
many
gonna
of-
stay on for a week.
How many of us here have siblings?
Mm-hmm.
Like as characters or as ourselves?
No, as
As
ourselves.
ourselves.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else like tie their little sibling to a chair?
I
there
was
with the
tied to a
marker.
chair.
I was the
And
little
that was
sibling.
me.
I was both. I was the middle child.
Actually,
Yeah.
we did it to my dad. My mom was in on it. I got a toy makeup palette for Christmas one year. My dad was taking a nap, so me and my mom, we painted his face.
Oh my god.
He
Really?
was the most beautiful bitch on the block after that.
Well, fuck yeah, it was. Oh, that's fucking great though. Okay, so
It was great. I didn't have to tire.
so yeah, so you guys talk to the guy and sorry, I'm trying to adjust my shirt. It got fucking weird. Anyway, so you guys talk to the guy and he'll tell you what you want to know if again you tell her in some way, shape, or form that you murdered him and then let him go away so that he can pretend to have been murdered by never being here again. So yeah, that sound solid?
I guess.
You just want to kill someone.
I want to use poison.
I mean, you could.
Well, fine.
Does he have? Does the
I get the urge.
Does the doppelganger have a water skin on him?
I don't think so, because he was just like in town and came out of his house into here. So
Okay.
nah, probably not. There might be at least one down here.
For the
somewhere.
mayor.
Because I nudged Zink. Hey, if you want to use that poison in the future, you could always slip it into somebody's water skin.
Well, it's more of a cloud, but yeah, that's actually a good idea. He's sitting there like thinking.
And here you see Craw is a bad influencer.
A little bit.
She doesn't think people will take her seriously.
And then they do.
Yeah.
Especially in our group.
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys will accept those terms, then he'll definitely start talking. Sound good?
Yep.
Cool. So he kind of wiggles around a little bit, and leans his head back and goes, "So, you know what? Actually, hold on." And he's going to do a little bit of shifting until he gets back into like his mostly doppelganger form. It's more like his face and everything, because like the rest of him's kind of tied up in a state fit for like a halfling, and doppelgangers are bigger than halflings. So
as his face morphs and everything, the dick on his cheek just gets bigger. As well as the boobs.
Yeah.
Lost proportion.
He's like, oh, I guess you were actually putting stuff on me. Okay, well, fine.
Yeah, give it about a week and it'll finally wash off.
Great. Doppelgangers, by the way, I think I've got them bookmarked.
They look
they are kind of gross as shit,
yeah,
honestly.
They're terrifying to look at.
Because they're
very much like gray aliens.
A little bit, yeah. They're more blue tinted, but that's like what a doppelganger tends to look like.
Basically Dr. Manhattan.
A little bit. Like a mutated Dr. Manhattan, basically.
Without the wiener.
Yeah.
That was an immense, amazingly part of that 3D movie.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, it depends on what version you get. Because I think there's like a slightly edited version where he's got like a black Speedo on instead. But there is a version where he's just fucking... It's all hanging out.
That's the version I got.
I will be over later. I'll get on my toboggan right now.
Probably get here faster than if you took a car. There's so many roads taken up right now.
I don't miss snow at all. All right, so what are we doing this bastard?
So he, kind of goes back into his face and kind of stretches a little and goes, not gonna lie, it feels kind of good to get back into me. I have no idea what her name is. I know it's a her because the voice, or I can't talk with my hands because he's tied up. But anyway, but the voice in my head, is distinctly feminine. So pretty sure it's a her. I don't know her name. I'm supposed to call her the mistress. And yes, there is a "the" there. So do with that what you want.
Are you sure she's not a dominatrix?
I don't know what she does in her private life, but probably. Not with me though.
So wait, you've never seen her?
No, I received that sending stone through the mail. It came to me, and it did know that I was a doppelganger, and was offered an obscene amount of gold to
Crawling's in very close when she hears gold.
Yeah, an obscene amount of gold to come in here and be the mayor. It was honestly pretty fucking easy. They don't really, have a way to guard against me or my kind. So kept him down here because, there's always those little bits of memory, little gestures and inside jokes that I don't know about that he does that I've got to double check on and make sure that no one finds me out. I've been down here for a couple weeks now. So she just wanted me to be here, be in charge, and so that whenever she came to the town in later times, I'd be able to just kind of hand her the keys to the city.
Wait, she was planning to come here.
I have no idea when. That was her thing, is that like I was supposed to be able to do this for like the next few months at least, so that once she was ready to take it on or ready to take her rightful place, there'd be one less city she'd have to fight for.
Wait, what's up with the fireworks? Is that you or is that the mayor?
Look, he's obsessed with fireworks. I don't know what to tell you about that. That was something I found out when I got here.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of fun to blow shit up, but I don't really care about it much once I leave.
Well, good, because I made this for him, and then you turned out to be him, and I didn't want to give you a present unless it was poison. And he pulls out this little trinket, and it's like a little clockwork box, and then if you just like twist the little key, it's sort of like, it makes like a little bit of noise, and then like these two like doors swing open, and little tiny fireworks go off. So he puts it back in his pocket for the actual mayor.
That's goddamn precious, is what that is.
Our little murder baby.
Our little creative murder baby.
Ignoring how you've had time to do that. Did she give you any other instructions while you were here?
No,
don't get caught.
Well, you failed that instruction very well.
Yeah. Well, before you lot got here, no one else had any clue. So
People had clues. You suck at acting.
Well, that's just mean.
You couldn't even fool some kids.
Kids are always hit or miss when it comes to us, honestly.
You couldn't look out for children to make sure they weren't watching you climb under a fucking tree.
I told him it was the firework place. I didn't know what else to do about that. I'm not allowed to get rid of the kids. That would cause even more problems.
Well, the black spots that are popping up around town almost got rid of one today. Do you have any explanation about those? I noticed your face draining in color, that's why I painted it.
Yeah, that's what she'd said she'd do to me if I, well, did any of what I'm currently doing. Which is telling people.
Yeah, well, it almost murdered a little girl today.
Yeah, I have no say in where those things appear. That is all her, and she, as far as I can tell, is fucking crazy.
Also,
you know how you can just tell? What?
Missy! Missy! Yes!
Like, you know how you can just tell when a girl's crazy? She's crazy. I don't agree with what he's saying.
Claude just kind of blinks when he says that.
Aaron just like slowly like looks over at Craw, like subtly.
I have a question.
I would not throw up little freaking puddles of death everywhere.
You don't know I'm doing this. I am being very subtle.
I would like to just maybe like do a quick perception on how the guards that are tied up are reacting to this guy, like sort of just spilling out all this information.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I do that?
Yeah, sure. Do you mean perception or insight?
Insights.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like insight's probably the more appropriate one,
6.
unless you were trying to like catch it out of the side of your eye.
Well, it's a higher number, so I'll take it.
Grab more water, I'll be right back.
What was your total?
16.
Okay, I thought you said 6. I was like, that's not a high number. 16 is.
Six. Yeah.
They definitely look confused. Probably not unusual. They also look really, really like actually startled and surprised when they see him change his face to something not a person.
Okay.
So they legit had no clue. They probably just thought the mayor was weird.
And had an identical twin he kept in a fucking cage.
People hire people for weird shit.
Yeah.
They
Well, okay.
weren't hired to think. They were hired to make sure that the one paying them stayed alive.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and just internally, my character's Zink is going to be like, okay, these guys are probably not working for her then. They're just working for this dude. So I guess we don't have to kill them. Like, this is all internal dialogue.
Processing.
Yeah.
Well, we don't.
Buffering.
Aaron's having a totally different internal thought, but that's okay.
Yeah. All right. That's all I needed. Thank you.
No, you're fine. So yeah, so he's so he's told you sort of the rundown on all of this. He mentions like so I haven't used the stone yet today. You know, I'm supposed to use it at least once a day to check in, but there was a whole lot going on. I don't have any say on where that fucking black shit comes from. That's all her. I don't know how she does it, but it just appears whenever the hell it wants, and she gives not a single fuck where that is. Or maybe she does. I don't know.
What?
But yeah, I don't kill kids. I don't like that. Like that's a whole thing. But that's what she said. She should basically, she would let it start she would let it start at my toes and eat all of me from there up slowly. So, you know.
She's got a toe fetish.
What is it?
What's what?
The black shit. What is it?
It's her stuff. I've never seen a spell like that before. It's all her. It's some kind of necrotic thing. I'm not good at magic. I don't know.
Can I just insight check to see if he's been like bullshitting us this whole time?
Yeah, sure.
Use my fancy ball dice and hopefully it won't fuck me. A little bit. Yeah. 10.
Or as you can tell, he is telling the truth. Anyone else, by the way, at any point you can just make an insight check. It is entirely fine. Like everybody can make one if they like to.
Let's try out these new dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New dice. Mine did it too.
Dice jail.
8.
New dice automatically imprisoned.
In my defense, mine didn't quite roll so much as just flopped down when I did it. Unfortunately. So.
What are you gonna do? I mean,
it was an improper roll on my part. I failed my own dice. All right.
Did anybody else have an insight check they wanted to roll by me or not?
Yeah,
My person's
good.
not.
I mean, shit, I'll insight if you want me to. Because I've been listening in and participating. Although my in real life brain is like scattered. That's a cocked roll. Let me try that again. Ha 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 ha! 10.
Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, as far as you guys can tell, he's telling the truth. And you did see his expression change quite drastically when, like, you guys mentioned the black stuff. So it's probably legit true. So yeah. Sorry, he told you the thing and the stuff and her and the stone. Cool. So yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
The butler upstairs. Yours and his.
The what upstairs? Sorry.
Butler. the butler. They works directly for the fucking mayor.
Prospector, yeah.
He didn't recognize that something was a little off.
Surprisingly enough, the butler's his.
The mayor's? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just really bad at his job. Okay.
Yeah. Or
the only thing he's good at is keeping Craw from stealing gemstones.
He buttles really well.
I buttle. Yeah, nah, he's not mine. I paid these 3 guys just to, be some extra muscle if I needed it and make sure I didn't die. Didn't count on you, apparently.
No one suspects.
Craw just smiles.
I was just about to say that in Zig's voice. Nobody expects the Rock Gnome Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Jeffree Star Inquisition.
My God.
The people in this kingdom are doomed. They're just doomed. We are the heroes that they don't want
and don't deserve.
Okay, sorry.
It's fine. So he has not used the stone today, so he hasn't checked in yet today. Well, you know what she likes to be called now, and that she is a she.
I'm gonna pull out that letter that I snagged from
The lipstick one, right?
the lipstick one,
Guy, yeah.
and I'm gonna show it to the doppelganger.
Is she using Jeffree Star makeup? Is that what's happening?
I think she's probably just using Kat Von D.
Okay.
Kat Von D and D. I'll stop. I'm so sorry. I've been making horrible puns all week.
Oh man, I need to tell my friend Devin later that he needs to start a D&D makeup line. I will help back him up on that.
I was gonna say if Jeffree started, I would start wearing makeup to these sessions for funsies.
All of the palette colors are named after different spells.
I'm gonna message him later, like I had an idea.
Oh my God. My mind is just ablaze. Magic missile purple.
Oh my God, you can have a chromatic orb palette.
Chromatic orb palette, yes.
It's actually funny because my business outlook right now is making a cosmetic line.
No. An eyeshadow palette called Beauty is in the Eye of the Beholder. And it's the color of each of the rays.
Yay!
Called prismatic spray.
And it's in like a little prism.
Wait, are you gonna do donuts and cosmetics? Because I think that's an awesome idea.
Yes.
Well, I was going to do the donut shop, but the location that I live in, bakeries don't do very well here, just because we have ONH and we have very large family-owned bakeries that have been doing so well here.
Yeah.
That personal little bakeries will just die. So it's not a good idea to do a bakery here unless I move away, which I don't like the idea of moving away. But a cosmetic line that is actually mostly naturally based, because I started looking into lip glosses and how they're made. Most of the time, they're either made with a petroleum jelly base or they're made with Versagel, which has a bunch of different things that I can't even spell in it.
Ooh.
So I've been looking into having a honey-based cosmetic line. And it's going to be called Queen Bee Cosmetics because my name is Bridget and that was a nickname I used to have. So then the proceeds would go to local bee farmers.
Nice.
Awesome.
Oh, actually, hit me up after because I have a friend who works with apiaries in Michigan.
Okay.
Because she makes mead.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, you used to make mead. I apparently either get people a little too drunk or I didn't make it right.
Oh. No, you made it right.
You made it right.
Yeah, I guess. But I also make a root beer moonshine. So.
Excuse me.
Okay, Bethany and I will be over later. to watch Watchmen in 3D.
Okay, look, you did
Yes,
not tell
all
me
of
that you
us.
made moonshine, and I need it.
Well, no, I don't make moonshine. I use Everclear. But you have to dilute the Everclear with like water and an immense amount of sugar, and then you use your pure extract. So yeah, I made that last year, and I made it for people's Christmas presents. And I have been told I need to do it again.
Yep.
I will pay you both to make it and for the shipping to get it to me.
Everclear is expensive. Everclear is like $30.
Yeah,
Everclear is the devil.
it is. Yeah.
If you drink it straight, Brian.
No, you kill a watermelon and you put fruit in it and then you eat the fruit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your problem. All the alcohol goes in the fruit, and then you get fucked up. That's why it's
Yeah, you're supposed to do that with like rum or something that's like distilled a little bit.
Yeah, that's why, whenever you went to like frat parties and stuff, it was never a good idea. It's like, yeah, let's use the fruit from the jungle juice. No.
Definitely don't set it on fire.
No. I had to set many a sorority girl straight. No. Both when I was in a sorority, both in mine and others, like, no.
Stop.
No.
I hate to admit it, Sigma Pi made the best damn jungle juice and vodka gummy bears.
Ooh.
See, we would just this is a health hazard on so many levels, and I didn't drink it, so it's not my fault. The one house party I went to was a Halloween party, and anybody who didn't finish their drinks, it was all put in a bucket.
No.
And then some people
No. Don't.
it was a good idea to drink it.
No.
That's how you die.
It was a bad time, and I had to tell
I'm-
mom.
I'm reminiscing on the time that like drinking was such a privilege. It's like, oh my god, I'm only X years old and I'm drinking. Yeah, I'm gonna drink this bucket of random alcohol. Woo!
Oh yeah, we drank some crazy
It was
stuff.
like 25.
Guess who's in the chat right now?
Dom?
I dropped in to see how the D&D is going. You guys were talking about sororities. Perfect timing. Hey.
Sorry. We should get back on track, though. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we do. Seriously, take a strawberry, carve out the inside with a melon baller, and then pour Jello and shot in it and stick in the freezer.
That
Ooh.
sounds so good.
Dom, do
Oh,
that.
specifically, make it with like a chocolatey flavored vodka. It's like fuck, I'm gonna.
Chocolate wine. Chocolate wine is the devil.
Okay, we know what Bethany's doing after the game tonight.
I might have to make that for Friendsmas this year.
Ooh.
I might have to do that.
December
Is that-
1st. I'm
Because
down.
now that just sounds, one, delicious, and two, relatively cheap. Anyway, so
Alright, back to the interrogation.
back to the interrogation.
I drew dicks on a doppelganger's face.
And I'm
boobs.
showing the letter.
And boobs.
Right.
Yeah,
so
we're
you show
going over
him,
the letter.
So you show him the letter. He actually like goes, "Oh, yeah, that's her. The lipstick I got was like purple, but like basically that, all that flowy shit, like in the writing."
So she's got an extensive lipstick collection.
You stink.
Probably.
What was the lipstick that we have? Black?
Black.
Black lipstick? Okay.
Like really interesting opal, like black opal kind of like black.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love black opals. My God.
Do you still have the letter she sent you somewhere?
It was literally like weeks, if not like verging on months ago. It's gone. Sorry. Wasn't supposed to keep it anyway, so I kind of just burnt it before I came down here.
Okay.
Next question
Yeah.
is you guys. I'm going to turn back to the living guards that we haven't killed yet, who've been listening to this whole thing that we probably should have knocked out before talking to them.
They look very confused and concerned.
They should be.
We may have to poison them now.
Sync perks up.
Yes!
That's all I ever wanted.
So, gents, It occurs to me that you are now witnesses to our wonderful friend's misconduct here.
You could pay us to go away.
Also, just really stupid.
Zeke sort of like sits down on the dead one. Just like right on his chest. And he looks at them like, that's one option.
Menacing guy.
Oh my god.
Zink's ego is way bigger than he could ever possibly be.
I mean, yeah, he is an gnome.
Yeah.
So it's either I let Zink do what he's been begging to do for the last hour or so, or you can explain to me what happened to your boss.
You tied him up.
No. See,
look, these guys have like a 6 int. I don't know what you want from me.
making this so much fun to play with right now. I'm loving every minute of this. Okay. No. See, we just told him that we were going to tell his boss that we killed him. So what did we do to your boss?
You killed him.
Good. Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm leaving it to
The
you.
other one's just nodding very, 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 very strongly.
Zink stands up and says, say it again, with feeling.
You killed him.
There we go.
Dawn just asked, is this interrogation or torture?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We're not waterboarding anybody.
Yeah. I don't put it past Zink now, apparently. Damn. Fucking pseudo SpongeBob over here coming out with psycho SpongeBob. Me hoi noi, me noi.
Oh!
I just thought it was the abrasive side when he got the abrasive part.
Yeah.
So, there. Yep, that's what happened. Uh-huh.
How do you feel about your boss now?
It's sad that he's dead and gone because we won't get any more money.
I want to turn back to the doppelganger and just go, really?
I didn't hire them to think.
Clearly.
Hired them to punch things.
I mean, the best way to keep them from telling anyone you're alive is either kill them or keep them with you. Care to hire them longer?
Well, that's actually not half bad. You boys want to go to Pandolin? Yes? Great. By the way, quick little aside. Pandolin is the continent to the south of Dim Kingdom, the really, really big one full of tons of increasingly rampant like corruption and stuff that's causing a lot of issues. The prince is one that's been courting y'all's queen for quite a while, and she's having nothing to do with that shit. Because turns out no one can depose her because she's the rightful heir, and she can do what she wants, and she's good at her job. So,
She's very much Merida.
say what?
I said, did you say it's shaped like Antarctica?
Yeah, sure. It's just a big kind of that one I didn't have anything specific, but yeah. So basically if they do decide to go there, more than likely they'll never be seen again, either because they'll be in a gigantic fucking country or continent, or they might just get murdered. Who knows?
I'm sorry, but I see a fluffy butt on camera.
Wormy fluffy butt. I'm gonna come back to the rest of the group and just go, I don't care.
I don't care either.
We're not monsters. Much.
Craw just kind of snorts a little. Have you listened to the shit we've said for the past hour or so?
No.
I mean, honestly, I didn't think any of y'all would take me seriously, but goddamn. I'm gonna look out for this little one over here, and I point to Zinc.
Super, you've been quiet as always.
We're not killing them. As far as I'm concerned, we've done them a civilized thing.
I can agree with that. Except for the face paint I put on the that one.
Yeah, slightly uncalled for.
Sorry, he was getting a little pale, so I wanted to bring some color back to his face.
What were the weapons that they had again?
Huh?
What were the weapons that they had again?
Let's see. I think they just had I don't know. They were.
I remember there were scimitars.
Yeah, scimitars that they were
Yeah,
carrying.
I think they were either. Where are NPCs and where is these guys? Since you guys are basically done with them, they were just reskinned bandit captains. So yeah, yeah, scimitars and also I guess like small daggers. Yeah.
Take one of the scimitars. I'm gonna take one of the scimitars.
Okay.
Just for shits and giggles.
Just for shiggles. Do you take it off the dead one?
Sure. I want to be picky.
Alrighty then. So, they don't seem to have any complaint. These two look vaguely similar enough that you think they might be related. The other one looks very different. So they probably don't have any connection to him besides being hired together. They don't seem too distraught by any of this, but then again, they don't see much of anything by any of this, so
Okay.
But yeah. So, now that you've ascertained some of this, what do y'all want to do? Do you want to go ahead and get him out of the city and the mayor back in his house? Do you want to try to use the sending stone now? Do you want to do something else? What up?
I think that we should. Oh, go ahead.
Two things to consider. We can either let them figure out how to get themselves out of this conundrum. I like that idea. Two, there's still the one that we just lured away upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Actually kill him.
Forgot about him.
Yeah.
We should just tell them, hey, one of your guards is killed upstairs. Sorry.
Or the other option is we have to wake up. Or the other option is we have to wake up this fucker here, pointing at the actual mayor.
The actual unconscious, traumatized mayor.
Tell him he's got a new employee. That he can fire if he wants. I don't give a shit what he does.
Well, hold on. Were these bodyguards like walking around with the mayor the whole time? Because when we went to go see the mayor the first time, did he have bodyguards?
No.
No.
So where exactly were these bodyguards? Or were they just down here specifically?
Well, they came out with him, out of the house with him, so I would assume they were just around the manor.
Mm-hmm.
Because are people gonna find it weird that all of a sudden he doesn't have these people following him anymore?
Would have had them up until 2 weeks ago.
This is true. Okay, good point.
Yeah. Also, given what the mayor's been through, what the real mayor's been through, you could probably convince him to hire like local people that he knows and trusts as like bodyguards and be like, I felt I should put some money back into the community. Brah. Reasoning. Something like that. Ooh. He might do that on his own anyway. He's had a rough couple of weeks.
I'm gonna turn to either Lot or Cot.
Lot's the one that's been talking the most.
Your friend upstairs. I'll make you this deal. You 3 get to leave alive.
Okay.
Continue working for this fucker. I don't honestly care. Frankly, I would rather you do it actually kind of care. But we're gonna go down the hallway, and you're gonna get your friend upstairs.
Sorry.
Did you hear me at all?
I heard some of it.
Upstairs.
I heard upstairs and then
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, audio keeps cutting in and out.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
We're gonna go for a walk down this wonderful hallway, and you're gonna get your friend upstairs to come down. And then you leave.
Okay. Is fuck. It's not gonna be another odd name, I'm sorry. Is
God.
Scott Pilgrim. Is Gil going with us? Other guy
Do you
upstairs?
care about Gil at all?
No. Is he going to be dead or dead? He says dead the first time and points at the doppelganger.
And then dead and points to the dead body.
Yeah, or dead and points at the actual body.
Hey guys, I'm messaging Devin right now. He says he appreciates all of you talking makeup and D&D.
We broke them though.
You did.
We broke these 2 more.
Like, they just want to make sure they know so that they say the right thing. So, is he gonna be dead or dead?
No, it's not too late to poison them.
Yeah, but still very much an option. Now, he's going to be hired elsewhere. You're going to convince him that the job is over and he needs to find a new one.
Okay.
Turn over to the doppelganger.
Okay, so just to make sure that I've got everything straight, you want Lot and Cot to tell Gil that he is no longer employed here and needs to leave town.
No longer. I'm going to have the doppelganger tell him that he doesn't have a job anymore.
Okay.
Gil doesn't know what happened down here. So Gil has no reason to suspect anything. He didn't hear anything. So he doesn't have to go to Pangolin. So I was going to have Lot and Cotton do it, but they're fucking idiots. So I'm going to tell the doppelganger, go with your body.
Okay.
It works. Well, the doppelganger doesn't have to tell him. The mayor can tell him.
Either way, I don't really care.
Well, the doppelganger's conscious, so if that might
He's
just be
conscious
fine.
and just has dicks and boobs drawn on his face. He's just like, what is going on?
That would be the best way to tell someone they're fired.
It's the ultimate power move because they can't say shit.
Dixon moves. You're fired.
Like Trump pre-presidential. I just want to say this, you're fired.
God.
It's just Trump's voice saying you're fired.
Chuck him into a volcano.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yeah, the doppelganger, by the way, looks extremely amused by your attempts to do anything with Lawton Khan. He's just like he doesn't really have eyebrows, but right now, but you knew that if he did, they would both be like just up near his hairline, and he's definitely smirking a little bit, just like.
This is great popcorn. Get the popcorn.
I feel like getting out my eyebrow pencil and just drawing eyebrows on him now so I can see this.
I was gonna say, can we show him his face? Because he hasn't seen it yet.
Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna draw eyebrows on him, then I'm gonna pull out a pocket mirror and like, look at you.
Aaron's slowly getting a migraine. He's just like, fucking morons at this point in my life.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yes, that's a very Scar moment.
The doppelganger just looks like, damn it. He can't really do shit because like you can still very easily murder him, but he's just like,
Well, you've been cooperative, so I dig through my quiver and my makeup bags and I pull out some wipes that will take off the dick and the boob, but I leave the eyebrows.
You've got a very specific like potion.
Yeah, I got very specific magical makeup wipes. Like okay, I'm working this out with my friend Devin right now. He's like, you should totally like implement some chaotic stuff with your makeup, and I'm just like, okay, so Craw kind of like develops a lot of her own makeup.
Be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cat is so cute.
That's why she knows so much about makeup. That kitty! Oh my god!
You guys just noticed there's a kitty here?
No, I noticed, but
She's so cute.
How many cats do you have?
3? You 3 cats?
This is Lily.
She's got enough pussy to make a lesbian jealous.
Hey!
Gay man to that.
Gay men!
And with that, we put Lily down. I don't even want to show you guys Ari.
I love cats, so you can show me all the cats.
Well, Ari doesn't like me. So.
Oh.
Get more cats.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Ari was the one who was like,
Larry, yeah,
wouldn't let me pet her last time.
Nice face. Okay, so if you want the doppelganger to tell the remaining guard you fired, we could do that.
Yeah. Have him Donald Trump that bitch.
So yeah, he does kind of look down. Is this what I should do as I'm on my way out of the town?
Yes.
Yep.
Please.
You are leaving now, right?
You let me.
Well, hurry up.
Anybody?
Before I change my mind.
I'm gonna start untying them.
Very good.
I start putting all my makeup away.
I recommend leaving town before he wakes up. I'm gonna point at the real one.
Yep, that's the plan. Getting the hell out of here. And oh yeah, I'm heading Pearl.
That's what we can, because if we find you still here, we will not end well.
Right. Poison. Got that.
Or an accidental shove into one of those black spots.
Just full body shudder. Man, I just gotta say, somebody who can come up with a spell that does that is seriously messed up. That shit don't play around. Yeah. No. As soon as he's untied, he's already like kind of scooting.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
And looks and like, because he's supposed to take the guard guys with him. So
No, I've already untied all of them.
oh, okay, gotcha.
I cut the rope all of them, and then he started like lingering. I'm like, we're not friends. Leave.
Go. So yeah. So he fucking. So he takes a second and like does a deep breath in, and on his exhale, he like almost instantly goes back to being the mayor. And shrinks down a little. And kind of shakes it off. Lot and Cot are not sure what they just saw, but okay. And they kind of like, and Lot actually lifts a finger and like pokes him in the head, and he just follow me. I'm still in charge. Come on, let's go.
Follow them a little bit down the hallway too to make sure he actually follows through.
That's fine. They're definitely like hustling toward the exit. The doppelganger goes ahead and like gets up on the ladder, and he starts going up first, and he's hollering out, "Hey, Gil! So change of plans. I must go see some family out of town. Now. But I only need a few guards for that. You're dismissed. Have a nice time. Leave the town if you'd wish. I need to go." Wait, what? That's about all you really hear until you hear like him kind of shuffling over, and Lot and Cot's like much heavier footsteps, like do 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 do, and you can kind of hear like Gil trailing off like as he's walking away, like, wait, am I fired? What's happening?
Oh, poor kid.
He's just like, what the fuck is happening?
Like he just got hired that week and was waiting to get that first income so he can feed his family.
Probably.
Aww.
Who knows?
Go all the way to Pangolin. He had no reason.
Anyway, so yeah, but it definitely sounds like he's getting the fuck out of Dodge. You don't even hear like the you don't even hear like the doors open on the building. You just hear like footsteps rapidly receding as he gets the fuck out. So yeah. So you guys do still have the stone. It still has not yet been activated. You also have the mayor, who's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And well, whatever else you may possibly think of that you might want to do. So what do you want to do?
I look at Sutha, who has the stone, and then I look at the others. So when are we sending that message?
What message are we? Oh, that he's dead.
So sending allows you to send 25 words to a person and lets them reply 25 words back. It's all telepathic, so whoever does the sending would be like one specific person, and then they'd have to like convey what was told back to them. So you guys know this.
I hand the stone off to Nim.
You mean Darren? Mm-hmm.
Darren?
Yeah, your name is still Nim in the chat.
Oh, sorry. I never changed that. Darren steps back like, no. Not doing that. Give it to Craw. This is also
Not it.
Gives it to Krara.
I give it to Flortma.
Not it. I handed it to him.
Flortma's not jumping the fuck out.
It's not.
No,
Someone's gotta be smart.
All right. Okay, we need to just roll a d20. Whoever gets the lowest number has the stone.
I don't think you want a rock no.
I rolled a 17.
Don't.
Damn it.
15.
All right, 17 to 15.
Give me the damn stone.
What did you roll?
4.
Sorry, buddy.
We hand the stone to Flortma.
But also, thank you.
When in doubt, roll it out.
The last thing you guys want is Zeke to be like, "We're coming for you, bitch!" Look out!
Okay, let's decide on what.
poison with your name on it.
Okay, that's intentionally threatening.
I poisoned somebody today, damn it!
New Duckburg, come out and play.
Okay, that's intentionally threatening. Anyway, what are you guys gonna say? You could work it out before you actually cast the spell.
Yeah, let's decide because I'm not the smartest one here,
I want to clip that so bad.
and I've got a bad feeling about this.
Whatever would give you such a bad feeling?
So should we actually say that he's dead? The guy who...
Like to be like,
We're gonna play bitch! I typically like to be a good person. Shifty eyes. I mean, technically my character is neutral good. But he's, because he's so small, he has like an ego to counterbalance that. So he has to like project that he's homicidal almost. Just to get people... Well, I mean, he's only killed like what? One person? Two maybe?
You want to poison everyone.
Oh yeah, but that's just, you know, that's just because it's Tuesday. It's a gnome thing.
That doesn't count.
We could send something simple like your doppelganger is dead.
We're coming for you.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
But if she's controlling all of this, dark spots, etc., we don't want to poke the bear as it is.
We could wait for her to send a message to us. If he reports in once a day, having him not report would be something that would be off, which would cause her to want to message.
That's true.
Then hold on to the stone, see what happens from there. Another option. The mayor.
I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure why, but
Was it the whole game or is it just now?
No, it's
like
just
just
like
now, it
So-
just dropped. Ugh.
My fan on my tablet came on.
Oh, probably
Maybe that's it. Like it's providing like just enough kind of
Feedback?
interference or noise stuff. Oh.
Janet Jackson. Feedback. Oh.
Lord.
Sorry to hear that. I was gonna say we can actually give it to the actual mayor, see if we can keep up the ploy. At least for a while.
No, because if she comes, then we have no way of protecting them.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Protecting them if they come. He's planning on showing up, whether someone else is or not. The question is when. And our lovely friend had no idea.
That's true. We need to get everybody out of this town.
Yeah, especially with all those blights popping up as well.
I don't know if out of the town is the answer.
How many people live in this town?
It's a decent sized one.
Explosion fun.
Like 12?
No, it's a decently sized like trading town. So it's got
Like a few thousand.
probably yeah, it's got about 5,000 people, give or take.
We can't get everyone out of town.
No, but the crazy motherfucker's obsessed with explosions. I think he can fortify his own town.
You probably could.
That's true.
Should we try to wake him and find out?
Yeah, we need to see what he knows about this as well.
Why don't we bring
probably
him?
Have some extra information.
Why don't we bring him up to the mansion? It's a little creepy in here.
Yeah.
And he's going to explain to his oversized companion that
Yeah.
No, that's
not cause of his unconsciousness.
The butler?
Yeah, let's wake him back.
The idiot who didn't know it wasn't him?
Maybe he's the one who should be fired.
He'll be lucky if he has a job still. And with that, Zink is gonna sort of like stand up off of the chest of the dead guy and like go hop up. He's gonna hop onto the chest of the mayor, and then he's gonna wave his hands. And then the mayor's gonna start levitating.
Why?
I cast levitate.
What level spell is that?
Yes! Yes! Wild magic, bitches!
Level 2. So
Okay.
Levitate him, accidentally turn him into
everyone turns into a pumpkin.
You should turn me into a newt.
I got better.
He'll be lucky if he has a job
Oh, it's
still.
okay. Gary will have a friend for a little while.
Yeah. So I choose high.
Why don't we search the room too? What's in it? Besides the cell.
Honestly, it's mostly the cell. There's some stuff that you can see was like linked to probably like fireworks stuff, like little bits of like of different elements that and metals and metalloids that would cause different color reactions when they're under combustion. But that's honestly about all that's down here. It's like a little mini workshop kind of thing.
Yes.
And then they added in this like cell area once the doppelganger got here.
I think would definitely take like a little satchel of gunpowder or explosive powder.
I should have. All right, you're fine. So yeah, if you guys want to like levitate the guy up to his lawn and talk to him there, you definitely can. If you want to try to get him into his house and like Deeren said, like past the butler without the butler losing his shit, also can. Whatever you guys like to do.
The spell lasts 10 minutes, so I can essentially just ride the dude up there. No sexual intended. Bow, 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 bow. Ride it, that mayor. Jump on it. So Zink and the mayor are going to start levitating out of the room into the hallway and back towards the stairs.
Where are you taking the mayor? Are you taking him in the house or just in the yard?
Just up the ladder and then into the yard.
Okay. Is everybody following?
Zink is intending on taking him into the house, the mayor's house, and being like, "Hey, butler, he needs some assistance. Like, draw a bath. Let's get this guy ready to go."
Darren just rolls his eyes and is like muttering to himself, like, "Sure, that wouldn't be well. The people in the house and they fall unconscious. No one's gonna think anything's wrong with this. It's gonna be great. We're not gonna do this.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I couldn't hear a word you said.
I think the gist of what you said was, "Yeah, you stupid rockanome. That's a great idea."
Basically.
Darren is giving me such Dorian vibes right now. Let's play with magic we don't understand that'll make us incredibly powerful. He's got the Dorian sass, I swear to God.
Dorian is bae, okay?
Yes. You'd be surprised at the amount of credit my tongue gets me.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Zink does have a charisma of 16, I'm just saying.
What's Kraw's charisma? Kraw has a 15 charisma.
Nice.
13. My charisma's not the best. Hey.
Everything's better than Miss Frank.
So is anyone searching or doing anything else, or are we heading back to the mayor's lair?
No, I'm following you, muttering how this is such a really bad idea. We're all gonna die because we're gonna be misunderstood.
Fair.
Yes.
So are you guys just like walking in the house with the mayor, like ahead of you?
Fucking
Yeah,
thank
like all
you.
casual.
All right.
Or are you gonna knock? Or are you gonna try to like sneak him in his own window?
Oh, I mean the door's not locked, is it?
This and put it back on the computer.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go back onto the computer, so hopefully you guys can hear me better.
Alrighty.
And hopefully this will work. So see you in 2 seconds.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I heard that as 2 secs, and I'm just like, that was creepy for a moment.
I'm sorry, I thought I timed it better.
Well, that's okay.
I did not time it better at all.
That is
so much better.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay.
I thought
So,
I timed it better. That's what he said.
Is the door locked?
That's
like
what
the
he
door to the house?
always says.
Sorry, it's still nighttime too, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so levitating body is going to be pretty like cutty, even though
He
it's...
went down there pretty late, like between I think 10 and 11, maybe even
'Cause I was-
midnight.
I was able to use lights to distract the other guards, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's like so. Okay,
I think
so-
it's probably like around 1, maybe 2 a.m. now.
okay, so I'm going to just like sort of open the doors unless they're locked.
He went out there from the back door, so I don't think
Yeah.
the back door's locked.
Yeah. So Zink opens the door, still riding on top of the mayor. As
Wait,
it-
hold on. I thought that was a joke. Are you actually sitting on the mayor's chest while you were levitating him into his own house?
well, by now I'm like sort of on his legs, but yeah.
Can I grab the gnome before he goes into the door? Just grab the back of his sweatshirt or his cloak and just pull him back. No.
If you
I'm there. I'm there. Ah!
Please don't make this roll off. It will not end well.
I don't think I need to, mostly because like Zink doesn't have any leverage to like brace himself on to stay.
I mean, yeah, he can wrap his arms around the mayor's legs or something.
Please don't fight me on this.
He's just kind of like, he's like, ah!
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the fact that you're probably startled by like yoink.
Okay, let me roll a concentration check for the levitate spell.
Oh god.
This is where the campaign derails for the evening.
What is the DC for that?
Your concentration check is it's supposed to be I think 10 plus spell level.
Okay, I make it.
Okay. Cool. Also, I think thankfully if levitate does end, it's not like fly where you just drop.
Yeah, it's he'll,
Levitate, you do float
he'll-
gently to the ground.
yeah. So it's okay. So yeah, I keep my concentration. I step back down on the ground after Darren releases me.
No. I'm holding you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm super light, so I'm just like, all right, somebody get the butler. we need to get this guy taken care of. He's been trapped in that thing long enough that he smells like a rank steak.
Okay. There is, as with most houses that have some kind of like
There's a doorman.
nobility set up, there's like a bell pull kind of thing
Okay.
Okay.
in most of the rooms.
I hold Zink up to it.
Yeah, I was about you just fucking yank that shit.
Now let go. Now drop it.
Drop it.
No.
Drop it. No, drop it. Stop.
No, he's up immediately.
So you hear a
He's just
surprisingly,
gonna,
like, huh?
He's just like sort of hanging. They're like, I'm tall.
So you hear a surprisingly deep
We hear TikTok
little
music. That's what we hear.
or not deep, sorry. a surprisingly, I guess, like a resonant bell, as opposed to like a little ting-a-ling-a-ling. It's like a dong 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 from a little bit deeper in the house. And it goes, does that a couple of times. Then you hear some shuffling and some kind of like up and groaning, and the butler comes out. He's in like his night clothes, but even his night clothes are pretty like reserved. He's got like an actual fucking like nightcap and like an old Victorian like dressing gown, and slippers. That still like buttons all, and like his like nightgown like buttons up like all the way up his throat, kind of, and almost has like a sleeping cravat look to it. You're not sure how he actually sleeps in this thing. Maybe that's why he's grumpy.
Okay, hold on. Zink, upon saying this, is still being held by Darren, correct?
Yeah.
Mayor delivery.
You want to hand him to Sutha?
Just take the gnome.
I'm taller. Yay!
So just is like,
Please deal with this.
And the butler looks very, very concerned, as you can imagine. What have you, what?
Funny story. Your boss wasn't your boss for like 2 weeks now.
I'm sorry?
We found a doppelganger.
Here? Among normal people? Well then.
Zig literally does.
Cross is blinking. Normal people.
normal people. Hold her arm, just like racist.
You're a little bit racist. Well, you're a little bit too.
I'm very sorry, but you must be mistaken. And what have you done with our fair mayor? I should call the marshals right now and have you all arrested for whatever you've done to him.
How can you call the marshals when there's 6 of us and 1 of you and only one way out?
I was gonna say we could just wake up your boss and ask him, but sure,
I
let's
was
go
gonna
straight
say-
for threatening.
It's cowabunga time!
I was gonna say we rescued him, you pompous ass.
He's kind of spluttering a bit, like like an old-timey butler in a TV show. So he's kind of spluttering a little bit and going off sort of. I can definitely take care of our mayor. I'm simply trying to figure out what to do with all of you. And what have you done to him? He looks as though he's been in his own filth for weeks.
Prestidigitation.
Interesting. For weeks.
Ooh. Off the table. Ooh.
Cross just like in between Darren and Butler, just eye dart.
So
Isn't this like a really super fucking buff butler too? So it's like Hulk man feeling intimidated
No,
by tiny little twins.
Has anybody ever played I Love You, Colonel Sanders?
not
He
yet.
just fucking looks like anime Colonel Sanders. But more of a pompous ass.
Much more. So, Darren, what I want you to do is go ahead and roll me persuasion with advantage to make him basically stop arguing and just go with it. Because you've got pretty good proof in the mayor himself that something's not right.
Also, insight.
I can lay hands and wake the mayor up.
Sorry, bitch.
Very fair.
My insight was 8.
You said persuasion?
Yeah. The butler is upset.
He's mad? What is going on?
I
You shouldn't be
I
mad.
have to do
I
one
know
thing
it's
real
Florida.
quick because I had to switch my setup around, and my persuasion I think is +3. Yeah, it's a 13.
Okay.
Not great.
Well, lucky for you, he rolled a 6. So.
I
um.
rolled a 10 and a 7, so.
Fair. So yeah, he looks he draws himself up to like his full height, which is pretty substantial. And looks very intimidating for all of a, few seconds, but he looks between Deeren and the mayor, back at Deeren, back at the mayor, kind of sees that you guys have like some little bumps and bruises from, the fight that you had. And looks at the mayor again. I suppose there is some merit to your outlandish tale. So,
I'm gonna look at everybody else and go, see, this is why I said, wake him up first.
I nudge Flortma. You can wake him up, right?
I can lay hands.
You said lay hands.
That would be a healing thing. Yes, there aren't.
It could be interpreted. Well, for him, it'd be a healing thing. If I said I was gonna lay hands, I mean, I'd slap a motherfucker.
Cover for ours.
Zig takes this opportunity. No kidding.
As Darren places his hand over Crow's mouth, her cheeks flush up.
Quiet time. So
quiet, Brat. Quiet, Brat. Daddy's talking.
Make me. So, anyway, Florma, if you want to lay on hands, the butler looks confused, but fine with it. He does seem to actually want to talk to the mayor and see what the hell's happening.
Do you think 5 hit points will be enough to wake him up?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, 5 hit points on the mayor.
Question. Because your god is what? Sorry, what alignment is your god?
I am neutral. I haven't really chosen a god yet, but I kind of lean towards Anubis.
Of death?
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, right, because you're a vengeance paladin.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just like, ugh. So, since you haven't yet like fully settled on that, but are leaning that way, what does your healing magic look like?
Look like how?
Like if it were a TV show and you were doing the lay on hands, there'd be like a flare of some kind of color probably around like your around your hands, like as you're transfusing some energy. So what would that look like? Is it kind of dull? Is it a certain color? Is it really bright, or does it more like seep in, kind of like fog settling on like a swamp? What you thinking?
Let's go with a kind of blue-black fog.
Ooh.
Nice. I like it. All right, cool. So that kind of comes out, seeps into the guy. He looks a little bit better, just a little bit. It turns out that that's more like superficial shit, because when you're a bit malnourished and trapped for a while, that takes more than just simple healing magic to kind of make better. What?
Do you have a couch or something I can set him on? Zig says to the mayor, or sorry, to the butler.
Yes, come. We'll put him in the solar for now. I'll get a bath drawn after we speak with him.
Yeah, I just think he could use something comfortable to sit on instead of, the floor in about 2 minutes.
Yes, follow me. So we lead you guys to like the solar, as he called it, which is a nice bright room with lots of little plants and stuff, and it's got a big fluffy couch in there. So the butler kind of shakes out like a throw blanket and puts it down and gestures for you to put the mayor down.
She's floating like a little princess. Like
Mhm.
how in like Maleficent, how Sleeping Beauty was like being floated around by Maleficent.
Yeah.
Just like,
Slowly getting out of it.
yeah.
Well, he's also slowly waking up because of the lay on hands.
Yeah,
So-
he's kind of he's not quite lucid yet, so he's kind of like mumbling, shifting a little bit, and then like you lay him down, and there's kind of like, and then he actually like carefully opens one eye, and then the other.
And he sees me. Zing. Hi, Mayor.
I am your god.
In the flesh.
Aaron's like in the back.
Zing actually puts the box, the little toy, in the mayor's hands, but he doesn't say anything. That's all he does. And then he says, "We got you out of the cage," and then sort of like backs up so the mayor has some space.
He like kind of looks at the thing and puts the hand down, and then looks around and sees that he's in his house, and he like really quickly like reaches over and like pinches his arm like really, really hard.
Mhm.
He goes, I'm here. I'm back. Oh, thank all of the gods. And he turns and looks over. I don't fucking remember if I gave the butler a name yet. I don't have one written down here.
He is Discount Alfred.
Discount Alfred.
Yeah, I didn't write a name down.
I don't know if I might have just called him the butler the whole time until now.
Yeah.
So
Sebastian!
He looks over at the butler, who's looking very concerned, and he goes, Alfor, how did you not know that I wasn't here? Oh my god, I'm sorry. I just saw the Nice.
He's on my boobs! Where he should be!
Yeah, he is.
So bad.
I'm just one hell of a butler. Well, this butler ain't.
Nah. And as you found out, his name is Alfor.
Alfor.
Does look kind of upset, and he kind of like comes forward a little bit and is like leaning forward and doing like that like hand thing, like I really don't know, sir. You were here, as far as I could tell. You were acting a little odd, but I thought it was because of all the oddness happening around. I'm so sorry. And the mayor, sorry, his name is Ramis?
His name is Ramis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hummus.
Yeah, Ramis.
His name is Hummus.
Not that one.
Ramis.
So Ramis, like, he's just, right. Well, I don't know if they've told you yet. Yeah. There's a doppelganger impersonating me for several weeks now.
Was a doppelganger. Come on.
Right. I remember you were fighting him and managed to take him down, but I don't honestly, I think I passed out. I don't know what's happened after that. Is he gone? Did you get rid of him?
He's gone.
He won't bother you anymore.
Okay. Gosh. Okay. He didn't sign anything into law while I was out, did he? No, he was more concerned with your fireworks. Oh, that's right. Gonna have to reorganize my entire workshop now. He messed all of that up as well. So, I believe I owe you 5, the highest of thanks possible, for quite literally saving my life. I don't know how much longer he would have decided to keep me around to further his schemes. I don't know.
Well, in all honesty, he was kind of being killed at knife point because of it. I don't think he would have actually killed you.
I honestly don't know. Doppelgangers are always so capricious from all the legends I've heard.
This one was a bit of a wee bitch.
I'm sleeping, so I can't reach her.
Any idea why he decided to come to this town?
We're a little isolated. We make good money from, all of our trade. Our court prospector just went back to the city, just went back to Amethyst Halls, so no one else who had any kind of high authority was going to be here for at least the next 10 months, so he would have had quite a bit of free reign while he was here, since apparently no one noticed that I was out. That's what I'm imagining. I'm sure he's probably drained the coffers dry while I was out as well to supplement whatever else he wanted to do.
Kitty! Kitty!
And he turns to the butler. Is that the strange business you were talking about? Was he just moving a lot of money around or something to that effect? Throwing grand parties or something? No, sir. There's some odd magical things happening. Okay. What? He didn't tell me much. He was mostly interested in asking me things about myself so that he could be a better me. Do you know why he was here? Did he tell you before you got rid of him?
He said
Not much.
he was working for someone else. Possibly the mistress. She's, quite frankly, the one who's responsible for all these necrotic blights.
Is that some new gang trying to set up out
No,
here?
literal.
Literal necrotic blights. Next time you go into town, be careful of the playground. That's where the newest one is.
Giant circles of death.
A little girl almost died today.
Also not gonna get rid of all of them.
My God.
I already told him.
Well then, that's not at all. That's
Maybe the snow
quite a doozy, to say the least. Okay, well,
it still doesn't change the fact.
I've got to get some of I've got to get, I guess, some things squared away with my city in the morning. And goodness, see what else is happening while I was out.
Excuse me. Can we get some tea, please?
It's like
That's just so random, but so precious.
can't even get mad because it's so on character.
Yeah.
He's talking to the butler, not the mayor. Like,
No, I know.
Why aren't you getting us tea?
Just generally in the air.
So Alfor kind of looks over at you like, what?
I just think we'd all like some tea. It was really dirty and dark down there. The mayor would probably like some. I'm craving some.
Best not to argue with him.
So he kind of looks over at the mayor, who actually like kind of nods a little and is like, yeah, that would actually be nice. What happened?
This is actually Craw the whole time. She's just playing with a makeup brush on her face, and she said,
Making a mustache.
It half looks like a mustache, half looks like that moth on the movie cover of Silence.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, it
Silence
does.
of the makeup brush.
"Wah!"
Clarice.
Broken hallelujah. Hallelujah.
No.
Wait, was that Waluigi? Or
Yes.
Singing hallelujah.
Okay, I'm
okay.
done. I'm done.
You go to the very
So,
place.
so the
Weird things
the
happen.
butler actually does seem to kind of like that idea. So the butler goes over, and this is the solar, so there's probably like a little like thing to make tea in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most likely. So he kind of goes over and like pulls out the equivalent of like a service set. And the butler also then pulls out a couple of scrolls, and you can see it's what is it? I don't think it's not thaumaturgy, or it is thaumaturgy, but it's also just create water.
Mm-hmm.
So he pulls that out like water, and then does thaumaturgy and like heats it up basically. So ta-da!
While this is happening, and while everyone else seems to have everything under control, I'm just gonna step out of the room.
Okay.
Do I
Are you
see?
trying to
Do
go
I see him
anywhere?
stepping out?
Just
You
walk
okay?
around.
Darren, you roll me stealth just so to get out of the room, and sorry, Craw, you roll me perception.
Okay.
All right.
I can't remember
Ooh.
if I have a good perception or not.
I'm gonna
I have a
go
plus
watch
4 to perception.
Nice.
the butler making tea is super interesting to me.
I shoot Kieran a judgmental look.
If you find me.
If you see him.
What was your stealth?
I don't think you have to roll for that, Brian.
My stealth is 18.
I rolled a
Roll
22 for perception.
Motherfucker.
Fuck, damn.
What
Okay.
about you? What'd you roll, Flortma?
A 9.
You don't see shit.
Okay, here's the thing. Craw has a huge crush on Darren, so she's gonna keep an eye on him.
Yeah. You need new dice, Brian.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So, real quick, little rundown. Flortma did not see Darren, so Flortma is staying in the room. Zinc is occupied with the tea stuff and the butler.
Because he's using magic to like make it, so he's sort of like, ooh, this is cool. And he also rolled 17 for insight, just in case. Like
On
the
the
butler-
mayor?
on
Or
the
sorry,
bu-
on the butler.
on the butler, just in case he's trying to kill us or whatever.
Well, so yeah, so real quick for the insight roll, you can see the butler, especially now that he's turned away from the mayor and is making the tea. He looks legitimately like distressed, like he had no idea apparently that this doppelganger was doing this, which either means that the doppelganger was doing a good job, or this guy just kind of vastly overestimated like how much this stuff would have impacted his boss. Either way, he really did not know, and is honestly apparently like really distressed to know that his actual boss was being held captive in the backyard and he had no clue.
Yeah.
Like he
Oh,
goes
we haven't even
out
told him where
there.
yet, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
We haven't told him where he was being held. He's just like, he was
fair.
just gone.
Yeah, he's just like, wow, he like was spirited far away in the night, and these people found him and returned him, and I had no clue. So yeah, he doesn't even know about the backyard bit yet. He's just like, wow, my boss was held captive somewhere and like looks like this, and I had not a fucking clue. How did I not know? So he's kind of doing that self-flagellation
Yeah.
mental thing.
Zinc will,
No.
because
Like
Zinc
just,
sees.
how could I do
Yeah.
this?
Because Zinc sees this, we don't have to roleplay it, but he goes over and he sort of says, like, hey, it's okay. Doppelgangers their thing is they look exactly like the person. He had the mayor captive. So he was able to get his mannerisms and everything. Like it's okay that you didn't catch it. He sort of comforts him.
It seems
But
to
also-
help a little,
But also is like super like, why is he creating water to make tea? Like, don't they have a faucet here? Like, what is happening?
not up here. Main faucet's like in the actual like kitchen.
This is like
There's
in
not-
Hunger
There's not a
Games
sink
when
up
they
here.
just drink the thing and they can like eat more. Like it's just like one of those like.
I mean, they can afford to get more of these scrolls. So.
Yeah. All right, sorry. That's me. That's
So yeah, Sutha, did you want to do anything specific while this other stuff's happening?
Not really. I don't really feel like she can do anything.
Okay.
Little girl just following along.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm with these people, but okay.
I'm just here,
Just
and I'm trying to make sure that none of these people ruin the world.
basically.
All right, cool. So,
it's okay
Darren,
it's okay to check on me too if you think I'm gonna try to poison somebody.
Oh, you're the first on the list.
Poison us.
Kraw's a very close second.
Yeah.
No, after that is Diren.
Ah.
Then Flortma, then Krara.
I'm sorry. What did I do?
What did you do?
Little things.
You're in trouble for being so damn hot.
No.
Yikes.
Hot boy. We decided that Darren's officially hot boy. Cool.
Hot boy. Okay.
She's not- So escalate that to fuckboy, please. At least until session 10.
Let the fanfic begin. Oh,
You
man.
had to take him to like a fun tavern. The last time you saw him at the tavern, there was a lot of fucking death, okay?
Yeah.
Take him to Hooters.
Oh shit, that's a really bad idea. That's a really fucking bad idea.
Sorry, one sec. My cat woke up and decided that he must get outside now, and I don't want to need him scratching the door. One sec.
Hi, cutie.
All of these kitties.
So Hooters is actually, I think, a pretty brilliant tavern name. Because like owls would be a pretty spiritual thing.
I mean, technically, Hooters is a tavern because it sells food and alcohol.
Yeah. I approve of Hooters being in this world.
We need a version of that for people that like,
Dick.
yeah,
There is one. It's called
pythons.
no, it's called like
I forgot. I know it exists. I forgot what it's called though.
Tallywags
Yeah,
or something.
Tallywags.
Yeah.
Where?
There's also one for asses. It's called Tilted Kilts.
Yes.
There was a tilted kill at the Mall of Georgia for a while.
There was a tilted kill in Kenosha for a bit. Them bartenders, though.
Oh my god, right? Jesus.
Like, the girls were super nice and all, but I was there for the guy in the kilt. So, like, you can scoot over, lady, just give me my purple drink and let me view from afar.
See, I got to enjoy both.
Well, not all of us are that
Bisexualism!
lucky.
Oh my god. I don't fit into it anymore, but I had a schoolgirl skirt that I had for a good long while. But
That's
anyway,
it.
Oh,
Don't
those
fit into it anymore.
days. I miss those days.
Stop it.
Okay, Darren was leaving the room. What? I saw
Yes.
him leave.
you
Yep.
saw him leave.
Did
So,
you do anything about it?
yes. Did you do anything about it?
I glanced
Oh,
back
God.
to the group. I glanced where he's going. I glanced back. I slowly scoot to follow. And that's literally how she does it. Scoot, scoot, scoot.
Are you?
She's still like, I'm gonna just fix up my face. I need a bigger mirror.
Are
And
you
I
about to
go-
give me away?
No, I'm just gonna see what you're what you're doing.
Yeah, but you're not being subtle. You're gonna give me away.
Well, with how
Yeah,
low
okay.
Flortma rolled on his own perception, he probably doesn't even see me leave.
That's true.
Zink's preoccupied. Sooth is like, not a single goddamn chair in this room.
See, they're all distracted. They don't see me leaving. Now, as far as they know, I'm just going to fix up my makeup.
I will say, since we've established that everyone's distracted, and also Flortman's roll was pretty low for like his thing, and this is like right on top of Deeren leaving, you can both get out of there. Deeren, where are you going? And we'll see where
This goes.
this goes.
This could get pretty not safe for work very quickly.
Nutsy.
You remember all the rows of gems that were around?
Hey!
Yes.
I really wanted to take before leaving.
Yes.
I'm gonna take one. Just one.
Just one. Just because.
One.
Okay, which one were you going for? Was there like a particular one that caught your eye, or
The one she tried to
something?
grab before.
And that was back.
The one she tried to grab before.
Okay, that's down the hall a little
Go
bit
for
toward like
this
the
one.
east study.
Ooh!
Yes.
Nice.
I
Timberlands.
meant to bring it to show you guys, but I left it at work. I got a smoky quartz that's like that big.
Ooh. They sell some rose
And I
quartz
got-
at a
I got a
town.
moonstone that's like that big.
They sell some like big ass rose quartz downtown that I want to go buy.
I really,
Love
really
smoky
want
quartz.
to get an
Love
amethyst
smoky quartz.
geode at some point in my life.
Alright, so he's nabbing the gem that I wanted.
Yes.
That's
that's-
so sweet.
What he's heading for. So
Well,
to do that, he's got to go back down the hall a little bit toward like the study area that all of those are in. So when you pop your little pink head out of out into the hall, you can see
There-
he's heading toward the study.
That little fucker. And I just keep following.
Do I know that I'm being followed?
Roll me perception, and I guess
I will roll
me
stealth. Let's see.
Yeah, Deeren perception.
I don't know shit.
I have a plus
Crossed.
5 to stealth.
I don't know shit.
I rolled a 10.
I rolled a 10!
Uh,
5!
So I think I'm stealthy, but he probably knows that I'm there.
Do we roll again?
Sorry, my brain's a little bit broken because now I'm like, wait, shit, it's supposed to be meet and beat, but you guys are having a contesting thing.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wait, what's your modifier to your perception?
+5.
I have a plus 5 to stealth.
Roll a d4. Roll a d4. Roll a d4.
That might be the best way to do it.
Roll a d4, whoever gets the
Yeah.
highest.
It's just as a tiebreaker,
Okay.
basically.
D4, 1.
Okay.
Okay. So, Deeren does notice, but it's a very close thing.
I still think I'm stealthy as fuck.
It's true.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
So, around the corner, I will pause. And I will wait.
I'm still making my way over. I'm being very slow.
And I'm going to sneak around the fucking corner. No, I'm gonna, you know the whole like just waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Working, just waiting.
I start heading around the corner. I see him.
What you doing?
What are you doing?
Looking for toys. Come on.
Okay. she just goes along with him. She doesn't even question it.
What kind of toys?
What kind of toys are you looking for?
Well, you had your eye on something shiny earlier,
Yeah, I did.
and you said you did want to make sure you got at least one thing every time we went.
Yeah, I did.
So let's go get it.
Really?
Why not? They're busy.
she's blinking, but internal is just like, and she's like, okay, sounds good.
And I walk off down the hall.
I follow after like a freaking like hard-eyed schoolgirl. Okay, here's the thing about here's the thing about Cross. She's very flirty, but she never expects it to work or expects somebody to show any interest back. So whenever
And here's the thing about Darren. He's had very few serious relationships. Just a lot of hardcore flirting and a lot of one-night stands. So he's having fun with his little game.
Not to be the bummer, guys, but I'm gonna have to head out soon.
Well,
Okay.
it has been almost 3 hours on the stream.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
But here's how it's contested. Freaking, like, flirty little, Craws stuff is just, like, hoping for something a little more serious, and then Darren's just like, let's see how far I can take this.
Good lord. Okay, so
This is a nuclear mix. This is potentially disastrous.
this is terrible.
This
I'm
is-
so
this is-
excited.
This is the ship that should never happen, but it's happening.
This ship should not sail.
This is a Titanic. Throw an iceberg at it right now.
So I'm gonna say, for the interest of brevity, y'all do get into the study and get whichever one of those gems that you had your eye on.
Which one was
It was like an emerald or something that I saw.
That sounds about right.
I take it, I drop it into one of the compartments of my quiver.
Cool. And judging by the fact that nothing in the house explodes or comes to life, there's no alarm on in here, which is,
Right.
Whatever.
What-
And
I take another like small gemstone. I see like a black obsidian or whatever, and I toss it to Darren.
Aw.
Nice.
Yep. I think the color suits you.
Works for me.
And she's just like trying so hard, like just not to giggle too much. She's like,
I'm playing it cool, playing it cool, playing it cool.
Play it cool. I'm normal. I'm
Internal
normal.
screaming.
Yes. It's cowabunga time.
Sarah is dying inside because his character is not me at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys make it back over to there. It looks like you've arrived like right as the tea is done, like basically steeping. And the mayor seems to have like kind of centered himself a little bit more. He's just accepted a cup of said tea. And Alfor kind of has a couple of extra cups for everybody else. Sutha, for you, he actually has like a basically like one of the biggest ones that he could find, and he's like, tea.
It's just the tea kettle itself.
what's left of the tea kettle?
Darren's gonna look at Sutha and be like, just accept it. It's not booze. It's fine.
Thank you.
Grod just
Yep.
happily sips on her tea.
So
Drink
yeah,
as well.
so the mayor takes like a good deep sort of draft of his, and Zink saw when the mayor or when Alfor was making the tea, he basically put me levels of sugar and like honey in this tea.
Mhm.
So it's there's not much tea in his tea specifically.
It's not a liquid anymore. It's a sludge.
Oh man, just lots of honey, lots of sugar, swirl. Look, my palate's all fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. Because all I
Got it.
drink is pop.
Craw is doing her best not to like cough a little bit as she just drinks the sludge.
Oh no, y'all's is fine. It's the mayor's specifically that is basically sludge.
Oh, okay. No, she
Y'all's
just
is like-
looks at him wide-eyed, like. And then in her head, she just hears diabetes.
Mayor seems a little rejuvenated after his tea. And he says, so I've apparently got some things to attend to. And I don't know how you all were able to figure this out, but I thank you very much for doing so. I know you're not involved because I was down there and also saw you kick his ass. So, and he's never mentioned anything about other people except like the woman, apparently.
Probably should thank Cole, Kieran Iliam's kid. He's the one who noticed. The other guy acting bonkers.
You know, I was always saying that he should be more careful and not get poke his nose into things, but it seems I owe him my life for that now. So, I'll have to give the family a little bit of something as well. You're all more than welcome to stay here for the night. It's the least I can do in thanks. If that monster hasn't emptied the coffers as I fear, I can also give you some reward in the morning. I need to see what's in there first. But I do again want to thank you very, very much for your assistance in this matter. So these death spots, you say that they're everywhere? They're spreading? What is yes?
Yeah, they're spreading.
They're
I'm
spreading?
gonna turn to Zink and be Zink, where's Gary? I don't think he heard me at all.
Here you go.
Yeah. Lick. So yeah, because Gary's got, the tail.
Sorry, I keep coughing, so I have myself on mute.
Okay, I see. Yes, that's not typically the way a lizard loses its tail.
This on a minor scale.
You should have seen what almost happened to a little girl earlier.
I don't like this at all.
Oh, the one with the child she's talking about was the only one we've seen in a town. The rest of them have been on the outside so far.
Right. As I said, he mostly asked me questions. He hadn't mentioned anything about any of this.
What kind of
Could
question?
I offer a recommendation once you answer him? She just kind of draws back a little bit because she realized she started talking as somebody else was talking.
What kind of questions was he asking?
He was just asking me about how to be me, memories, jokes, things that I have here with the people in town, so that he could replicate that rapport as accurately as possible, so no one would know that he was a fraud. And it worked. You try not to say anything for the first few days, but on your third day without water, it's beginning to get about more tantalizing to trade answers for a few more days. So, either way, I can't give you any more information about him. I legitimately do not know. He was in for the long term. I know that much. He was even asking things about my family and our relationship, even though most of them still are actually in Amethyst Halls, which is where I was born. And I'm not planning on them coming into town at any point until at least the winter holidays, which are still several months off. Goodness. Sorry. So, again, you can stay here for the night. I'll see about a reward in the morning. I I don't. It may be possible that it may be likely that you may need to go to our queen with this. I don't know of anyone else who's encountered quite as much of this around here. I may be wrong. And he looks over at Alfor, and Alfor just kind of shrugs, and I've only seen what even less than they have, so I'm not sure. It sounds like you guys have a better idea of what it is happening, even if you don't know for sure, just from exposure alone. I can give you, and he kind of looks around for a minute, and then snaps and points at Alfor, and he kind of reaches up and like on the very top of a cabinet that literally only Alfor could reach, and maybe Sutha at this point. He reaches up and pulls out a small coin that has a little amethyst circle in the middle of it, like a little inlaid circle of amethyst, basically. And on the one side, it's got the symbol for like all the mayoral prospectors, which is like a little pickaxe over top of like a kind of cityscape. And then on the other side, it has the one for the court prospectors, which is a little pickaxe over specifically the outline of Amethyst Halls, which you guys recognize because you're from here. I guess maybe not Sutha, but that might be the only one. So he kind of pulls that out, hands it over to
Well, Flortma was the one who asked.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think it might end up being Flortma, if only because proximity and other stuff. So, and he's gonna hand that over to Flortma. If you're all together, when you go to the gates, present this to whoever's the captain of the watch at that time, and they'll be able to get you over to the palace guard, who will then be able to clear you to actually speak with the queen about this matter. This lets you bypass all of the red tape that goes in with all of that, so you can get directly to her. I think she and the Arcane Academy need to know about this so that they can find out some way to protect our people. I have no idea what that might be, but maybe we can stock up on anti-scrying spells for the time being.
Maybe even come up with sort of like evacuation plan as well in case more of these pop up.
Yes, that may also be a good idea. Something.
I know, maybe also reach out to other mayoral prospectors of nearby towns, see what they know about any blights popping up and warn them.
Yes. What other cities have you seen this in?
Well, we didn't see so much. I was trying to remember. We started out in Agate first, right?
Right.
Didn't
Which
see...
is the like boondocks city.
Yeah. Well, we were previously in Agate. We didn't really see the blights themselves, but we did watch a person turn into some sort of necrotic goo. That's basically the same properties of these blights.
They were. We watched 3 people turn into necrotic goo. They seem to be, I don't know, cultists of some sort.
Whatever it was, it seemed to have the same properties of the blights.
I'm gonna pull out the letter and the necklace that we snagged and show them to the mayor. See if he recognizes anything. It was a
Sorry. The necklace from
one of the cultists. I took one of them.
Oh, right, with the symbol. Gotcha. Okay, he's there's, as far as you can tell, no recognition for him for either of these things.
What about the butler?
Nope. Nope. Not for him either. So yeah, they're both just sort of like it's a holy symbol of some kind. Which it's a cult, that does make sense. I don't have any further information. However, as I mentioned, if you're going to Amethyst Halls, their Arcane Academy is extensive, and they do have a very large library. You may be able to find somebody who knows about old deities or cults. I didn't think there were any of those in Gem Kingdom. But either way, they may have more information for you.
Off the table, are there did he serve food with the tea, or is it just the beverage?
I think it's just the tea right now.
Okay.
As hungry as the mayor is, since he's been starved for a little while, it's not going to be good for him to get too much.
Well, I was going to offer him a tea cookie or a tea cake or a tea sandwich or whatever, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Ooh, wonderful sandwiches.
I love those. They're so cute.
So yeah. So is there anything else you guys want to ask the guy before we will end for the night?
Just show us to the rooms.
Cool.
Hold on. So Zink will say something. By the way, Mayor, before I figured out that the doppelganger was you, I made this for you. And he points at the box that he handed him. So just turn the key whenever you're feeling up to it.
He looks really touched.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, very, very much. And because he had put the box down so he could hold his tea, but it had stayed close because he was like, I know this is important, but I don't know why. So he looks really, really touched. And says that he'll definitely give it a try very soon.
Okay. I mean, you guys all know what it does, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So he shows you guys, or well, I guess Al4 technically shows you guys to some rooms. It's as I mentioned, it's a mansion, so there's a lot of rooms, so you all can actually get your own.
Oh, cool.
And most of them have a pitcher of water or something in there that you can use to kind of do a general kind of sponge bath kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you guys can get comfortable and just go to bed.
Yeet.
Sarah's gonna check the room first, like the window, the door, and pitch up in a corner for a little bit before doing anything else.
Understandable.
Paranoid delusional man that he is.
A little paranoid.
Paranoid.
A little bit. Alrighty. Okay. So yeah, so next time we'll pick up and potentially have some actual combat. This was a RP heavy session.
Okay, well I gotta head out. So this was a fun session. I had a good time. Sorry, I'm getting super tired, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Have a good night, buddy.
All right. All right, thank you everybody for joining us for Kingdom Chronicles. I will be uploading this episode onto my YouTube channel. Tune in 2 weeks for episode 5. So we're gonna do 2 weeks from now or next week.
So sorry. Crap. I'll snag Bridget later.
Okay.
So I actually have a work thing that I have to go to on the 15th, which is 2 weeks from today.
Okay.
So we can either do next week, which would be the 8th, or we can do
the 22nd.
The 22nd.
22nd. I think you all know my vote.
22nd.
I'm good with either.
Not even question.
Can we just keep playing for the rest of the week? Is that an option?
It's a job.
I can't wing that much.
I mean, I'm at work right now, so clearly my job is important.
Well, we'll figure out the next time that we're gonna play, you guys, and I'll keep you updated. All of us will. You can check on my TikTok, Bethany's TikTok, or Sarah's TikTok, or our Instagrams as well. Other than that, thank you all for joining us tonight. Make sure to, if you are coming in just now, I'm so sorry that we're about to end the stream. I will be uploading it onto YouTube so you can watch all 3 hours of chaos.
Real quick, a suggestion before you log out, Paige.
Yeah.
That we would maybe we can ask the followers if their thoughts, but we could possibly do like a recap episode, or not episode, but a convo.
A recap conversation? We could probably do that on Tuesday if anybody wants to do that with me.
To throw onto the YouTube, since we can't put up those old episodes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will be doing D&D talks next Tuesday, and if anybody wants to hop in on a call with me, we could do a recap of our episode.
Don't let me forget. I'll do it.
I won't. I will message you, and then I'll make sure that gets saved to YouTube as well.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Other than that, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We'll see you all in the next game. Bye!
Bye!